Greetings. Good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are, whatever part of the world you is. Greetings and welcome. Welcome. Well, since it's my own life, give me a second. Put my lipstick on. It sounds like my lips to be dry. Okay, so I'm back from outer space. Turn around now. Look at this look upon my face. I got a new attitude, and I don't care if you got my keys. I'll survive. As long as I got all my love, I know I stay alive. Cause I got all my life to live, and I got all my love to give. I'll survive. I will survive. All right. I love the Lord, and the Lord loves me. I thank you, Almighty Majesty, for having and granting favor over me. Thank God I'm alive. I thank you, collective family. I thank you, my ancestors. You gotta thank your ancestors. Some people, I don't care about them. That's all right. Don't. I care about mine because those are the ones that care about me. Do you think the Lord don't have workers that watches to help the Lord to see? Oh no, the Lord don't need no help. It don't got no help. What's loosed on heaven is loosed on earth. You think that he don't got no helpers down here. You think that it's not angels that's lifting up, that's walking around. We don't need wings. We just need to show that we care. We need to have a listening ear. We scattered out everywhere. It's very hard to find. It's very hard to see if you get one. Do you know which one? Do you know which one is mine? Yeah, what you mean? Which one is mine? I don't know. That's what the Lord is saying. That's the question. Do you know which one is mine? Well, I didn't get that far. I don't know how to tell. Can you give me something? Can you give me a little spell? No. What I am going to tell you is that we have the potential to grow. We have the potential to be anything that we want to be. You can be as much as you want, and you can be as less as you want to be. The Lord said, will you follow me? If everything was taken away from you, if this world make it hard for you, would you still be on my team? I said, yes, Lord, I want to be on your team. I want to be on your side. I want to represent. I want a peaceful life. I believe the words you said. I believe the things you said you can do. What are you after? Your love. I just want to know how you see so I can get this right. I want to know what you think about up above. I want to know what's permitted down here, what we should and cannot do. What should I do? How should I live? How can I live to please you? Well, in all that getting, get overstanding. If you say that and you say, we ask, what is the greatest commandment? Everybody know that one. We know it's love. Why is love the greatest commandment? Why would that one be used? That is the highest frequency of the universe that it functions on. It functions on a love vibration, a frequency that is balanced. It's love because it gives everything and it's an energy that is pure. like a baby. When a baby come into this world, it's pure into something, or a soul into that vessel that shouldn't be in a pure soul. If that spirit, okay, I'm not gonna get into that because I'm probably leave somebody, mess somebody up. I'm gonna just say babies is pure for the most part. That's what I'm saying. Babies are pure. That is what love is. It's not doctrine by nothing. It just is. It doesn't have any malice. It don't have evil intentions. It have no intentions. It's just here. Looking. I came into this world. I got eyes. I can see. I don't know what I'm looking at. I see fuzzy faces. I see many faces. I see too many people looking down at me. I don't even know what to make. I'm just coming into this world as new. I don't know what to think. That is pure. When we can get back to that part, to come into this world and forget that when you start talking, your parents is teaching you things, you're going to hear words. You was hearing words in the womb, but now you can hear them out loud because now you're not attached to your mother. You're outside. Now you can sit down and you can hold on. You can suck your mother's breast or you can lay on her shoulders. You can make one and be one with your mother on the outside. Now that she can touch you and hold you and raise you. Why? Because you're pure. You don't know nothing. You need everything when you come into this world. And it costs you nothing. How much did it cost? Not a goddamn penny, nickel, or a dime, but it costs you everything to leave out of this world. Why is that? Why do we think, what God is this that tell us that? Why do we think that everything got to be paid for? How come nothing is free? How do we keep paying for things that keep paying for something that doesn't give us no equality? Is that fear? No, it's not fear. When you think of a kid's mind, you will think about from a kid's perspective. How come it's not fear? Why does it make sense to have millionaires, rich billionaires, and why is it homeless all over the place? How come we need government assistance? How come we need their assistance to help us? But it's millionaires out there. Surely they didn't make these businesses by themselves. Where they get money from? They get money from us because why? We are the free, the home of the braves, what made the 12 years of slaves. You mean I'm not a slave. I work for my money. I work for everything I got. Exactly. You work. You're a worker. Everybody got to work. What you mean? Yes. And I'll tell you that if they, I was on TikTok, so I don't know if it went through or what, but I'm going to tell you here. If you have to be deceived, I'm just saying we have to be the people that's not deceived because we're not deceivers. If you don't live your life being deceitful, then the Lord don't apply to you. The law only applied to certain people, and everybody said, oh, the law applied to everybody. No, not the Most High's people. It do not. We don't have no business there. We don't rock with y'all. We got a different type of mindset, a different type of atmosphere. We don't live in a mischief life. Excuse me. We not toxic. We came from a toxic life. That doesn't mean we was never that way. It means that we came around the way. We came through there. We went that way. We was hanging there. We was hanging there in a certain way. Everybody did it in a different way. Someone a little darker. Someone was very ghetto, very toxic, taking a man's court, playing with the kids against kids against the father. The father did the same thing, playing around, making mischief. The woman can't move on. She can't even find somebody else because the man is crazy. He won't leave her alone now. Then you got some that pretend. What I'm saying is everybody has something that made us toxic. It's okay if we was that way. The point is, can you get out? Can you say that I was led astray by a beast that had a force that was controlling me and it was leading me down to slaughter? And I didn't know it, but I seen them take my families out, our people, because this thing is walking around, hiding in dark places in plain sight with lots of lights, and we still don't recognize them by their faces. Why not? You don't see them? These are the ones that makes the world go round. Who else is them? The artists, the dancers, the people that we live with, people that works in a post office, the people that just works in a library. Why? You can't say who their God is because you don't know. You can't look at somebody and say, I know your belief. Well, some of us, if you know somebody by their spirit, then you got their whole resume. I know what you eat for dinner. I know that you like spaghetti. I know that you like this way. I don't care if you never did none of that. If you know someone by their regiment, by their pedigree, and they got all the elements that the Satanists would need: jealousy, envy, deceit. Those people won't got no boundaries. You better believe that they would do some despicable things because that's what their spirit says it does. This is what they came here to do: deceive, manipulators, boasters of evil things. Smile and will sleep with your mother and your sisters and take out your family, use their children as leverage against the mother. The father team up with the son team up with the father or the other mother. Whichever way, I'm saying it exists out here. So if we think that we the only spirits, it tells you, if the Bible, if you're going to read religion, you're going to say, I'm in Islam, I'm a Muslim. You can be whatever you want. My mother was that too. The point, what I'm saying is, she was a wonderful woman. She lived by a certain code. She lived by a principle. She didn't need to be perfect. She needed to be perfect. And what she do? How does she carry herself? These are the things to be mindful of. Do that means that she needed to be perfect in every way in language? But did she do the best thing to say, listen, I love you enough to correct you? Straighten up. Close yourself. Don't show all your assets. Don't show everything you got. Show that you're smart. Show that you're wise. Let somebody sit down and get to know what's in your mind. What do you think about? Now, that's not for everybody because everybody don't need to know what you think about. People like to sit next to me. They like to know what I think about. Well, she's so inquisitive. Let me see what she knows. Let me see how she sees. Let me mimic her. Well, I like to mimic her. I would like to be like she. She's wonderful. How does she be? How does she know how to be just like that? She know how to mind her business. She know how to get through things. How come she's like that? I need to hang with these people. I don't like them. They make us look bad. They make me seem like I don't work hard at nothing. I didn't pay attention. What did she learn? How did she learn it? What did she do? She minded her own goddamn business in the school. That's what it is. You said, well, what is it? That the Lord said, would you follow me? I remember I was following, but I didn't know how to get it. Sometimes you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know how to get everything, right? It's okay. Don't be upset. Don't let nobody make you upset in this life. So they're gonna do it. They're gonna say, well, we don't like the way you think, and why you choose to say spirit and God and God said not to do this, and what make you so equipped? How come you like this? And how come you get to say that? Because the Lord said so. And all the ones that know, they wouldn't be questioning because they would have had the same memo. They would have had the same FYI for your information. And if you didn't get it, then it was for your information not to get it. That's why it don't make sense to you. Simple. It's called being original. Now, what's original? You mean like KFC? No, it means like the one that you cook at home and the way you cook it, that's original. When you do something, when you walk a certain way, That's your walk. Whether you walk sideways or whether you walk with a bop or limp, either way, it's you. Well, I know other people that walk with a limp, but they ain't got a limp like yours. They don't have the same swag. Something is different. Everybody has something that's differently about them that the Lord made for his own signatures. Can you tell me by the ones that is mine? Usually we are good looking people. We don't get sick often and we don't go in the hospitals. We're not we have a healthier way of thinking. We took less chances of putting ourselves in harm's way. When we did we learn? The whole thing about learning is, did you learn your lesson for your life experience? What choices did you make? What places did you visit? Where did you go? Did you like some of them? When you went, did you go on vacation? Who was there with you? How did they celebrate? Did you celebrate wisely or did you do it in an unwisely way? Was it something that was yours that you were able to celebrate, or did you celebrate off of somebody else's back and claimed it to be yours? Was you a thief? Was you a liar? Did you hurt anybody? Who did you conspire with to make this go down, to have fun in your life? Whatever joy you had, did you do it right? If you didn't do it, and you didn't do it in the best way, and it wasn't granted by the Most High, there's certain things I'm here to tell other people to wake up. It's time to rise. Time to rise. So you want to rise? Yeah, wake up. I said, wake up. What are we waking up to? You're waking up to yourself. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Greetings. Whatever it is for you. Hi. Welcome back. When the more we get to ourselves, the more we understand. To send a message, please, young ones, if you ever see this, and if you can share this video to young ones, to young women and men, 15, 16, 17 and up. If you're shaking everything and you don't care about your women and you just see them as beautiful things, so like trophies to walk on your own, just to get, so you can get people to say, oh, that's you. Yo, that's you. Yo, son, that's you. Wow, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. And then you get some beautiful poison and you don't even know. She's beautiful, but she's poison. She's forbidden. And if you get a forbidden fruit that looked wonderful, what you wanted, if you knew what it would do to you, I guarantee women and men, you would look at them like if they had a goddamn warning on a label from a horrible ass medicine. If you ever knew what that medicine would do to you, you would never take it. You said, damn, that side effects would kill you. It'll make you want to think again. You shopping for a nice body. You shopping for a man that got it all together. He got his own. I love him because he got his own. He drive his own car. He got his own home. He got his everything. Oh, all he need is a girl on his own. Oh, I wish I could get pregnant by him. I know I'd be set for life. I won't have to work. I could just be a housewife. Men, be careful because you might want one of those. Well, I want me a beautiful trophy. She looks gorgeous. She's nice looking. She know how to do splits and tricks. She do everything that makes it works for me. And then you'll see somebody that don't have all those things, but it's the best thing. They'll be careful with your heart. They'll be careful with your mind and your thoughts. They'll be mindful of the things that you came from, the things that made you who you are. What did you go through? What made you? You got people that don't even want to know that. They think they do because they watch you. Ooh, I watch you. Oh, I saw how you eat. I see that you eat once a night. I see that you stay up late. I know that you don't eat. I see that you take a break. And they watch all these things and still get it wrong. Everybody's not extraordinary. Everybody's not ordinary. Everybody ain't going to get this right. Everybody's not going to get it wrong. You better find out where you fit in. Mind your own business so you can learn where you fit in at. Pay attention to your own role. That's why when you driving, they tell you stay in your lane. If if you want to cross over, make sure it's safe to cross. You can't just be crossing without looking. You got to make sure there's nothing else coming after you in the back so you don't bump into nothing. You understand? You got to be mindful of your life, because if you're not, there's anything, a tragedy can happen to you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Dow. I'm just saying. And like, who talk like that? Like me, listen. I didn't know you could be like that. I didn't know you was like that. You ain't never talk like that when we knew you. You ain't hang like that. We didn't even know. You never said that you want. I don't need to say anything. You know why? Because you didn't ask me nothing. Yes, I did. I asked you what you wanted to be. Okay, you did. You said, what do you want? I don't know. I just knew it wasn't something I could say that I wanted to be like anybody, because everything that everybody's doing, I don't want to do. I didn't know it was something different. I needed to pick it out. I needed to worry about what I needed to worry about. Not so other people could listen to your mind so they could see how they could figure it out. Mind your own business. And even if you're looking at me and you say, well, I'm going to study her attributes, I'm going to study her mannerism, I'm going to try to talk like her. You don't even know I got many layers of me. Mind your business and try to stop trying to be like me. Archangel Michael, block these idiots away from me. So, what a man or woman thinketh, so does the issues of the heart. To be disobedient means to be disobedient. That means that you didn't listen. You know what? I remember. Let me say it like this. I remember a time. I remember a time when I almost lost my mind. I wasn't thinking. I was a fool. I wasn't thinking. I was played with. Just like a toy. I was played with like a toy. Listen, if you ever been played with like a toy and you found somebody that played you like a shape, like a Rubik's Cube, there's little square ones, and they twist it to see what color they could get and see if they're going to get all the colors in a pattern. And everybody has the same shape, got the same colors all over all the 4 shapes, like green, yellow, black, and white, and red, and blue. If you get all of those, do you think that people don't play with us like that? Why do you think they got psychologists? What do you think they do? Oh no, they just listen. They don't. I mean, they just listen. These are strangers. Do you know what you're telling them about you? We go and trust these people because they gave an oath and said, "No, I'll protect your privacy. I'm not going to share nothing you say with me." Do you know that these people got dark entities that hide in these places? Their heart is not like an Abel. They more like Cain. They came to disable. What? Yeah. What did Abel do? Abel was living to give God, to give the Most High his best, his brother. Oh no, you know how many Abels and Cains is out here? Do you know how many Cains is looking for their Abels? Even if your name is Sarah, even if your name is Queen, even if your name is Karima, whatever name you got, whether they call you Grace or whether your name is Patty Cake, I don't care what it is, Patricia Ice Cream Cake, if it's Robin, Ribbon, if it's Raven, I don't give a damn what your name is. If it's Sam, if it's Jacob, if it's Alan, if it's Mike, Gary, Timothy, Rashid, Henry, Jasper, Little Booty, Little Boo, Pumpkin, Pancake, Doodle Boo, Doodles, whatever the goddamn name is, what I'm saying to you. Why is that important? You can be whatever your name is. It makes a difference when you have principles. You got morals, you got some boundaries, you got things that you just wouldn't put up with, certain things you wouldn't do. I remember I was a very nice one. I still am, but I'm different now. So I don't let everything go down because when people don't appreciate kindness, you got to stop being kind to them. Why? Because they don't deserve it. Isn't that what the Lord said? Everything. You know how many times we take advantage of the Lord? Do you think that the Lord don't get upset that we just like, oh, I could just do this. I could just do that because the Lord can forgive me. I could just treat this person like that. I could play God if I want. I can be on both sides. I can act like I'm nice and I can still be ugly. Long as the real people know that I'm ugly and I'm ugly like them, I can be real with them. I'm going to tell them all my poison. Guess what? When you do spit that venom to the people that you thought was like you, I'm my own kind. And your own kind is just as evil as you. And it has no love. It's cutthroat. You think they got love for you? No, it's a love bombing because that's all that actors and make believers and act as if do. They just make believe they some shit. They nothing. They're not. They're not even credible. They're just people that walk around with skin. So they skinwalkers. Why? Because they soulless. They don't have a soul. They gave up their birthright. They don't have a spirit. Their spirit is tainted. They got a spirit, but they don't have a soul. What will make a person soulless? Well, they call it the living dead, the walking dead. Oh, they made a movie after you. They give you games to play, and you get to play yourselves. You get to see which one that you want to be and how you want to play. But when you come outside and you got real hard times, and if you living in the street, you living in the hood, and you say, "Well, I live that way. I gang bang or whatever it is," and then you get a real gang banger that don't play games that way. They understand that it's a principle, it's a code. If you cool with me, you mind your business, you ain't trying to step on my feet and whatever, and I could help you, brother, then I help you. But if you ever cross the line and you ride and you cross some boundaries, I light you up like the 4th of July. You see how that go? It'd be like Christmas lights. It'd be just like on Christmas. But it's 4th of July. It's fireworks. It's lights. It's light works. Everybody ain't out here playing and making believe about life because some people went through some things. Some people learn to be calm because they're not trying to hurt nothing unless it's necessary because they came from some place they ain't trying to go back to. They're not trying to go back to hell unnecessarily unless they got to drag some people. And if they got to do it, they want it to be worth their while. Otherwise, they ain't even studying you. It's people that live a certain way. Leave them. Everybody's not mean, and the devil is not a devil unless you give the devil a reason to be. And if you ever gave that devil, even if it didn't have a reason, and it made a reason, it made a mockery out of the wrong one, often is what they do. Often, this is why we deceive. And we got to be careful that you're not being deceived by people that look just like you. Are you being deceived? Are you caring about what somebody looks like because they look like you? Is it the person or is it the spirit? Is that thing? Because it can leave one person and go into another. And guess what? And that same one will leave and then it come with another in a whole different face. Do you know that's the same demon that's after you? Or do you think that that's a new person? No, that's not the same. If the spirit's the same as number one and it came back in number two, then that's the same spirit. It doesn't matter how many faces it changed into. Do you know which one is who? You should be able to tell by now how many of these things is jumping around. How many of them would deceive? How many of them is trying to deceive me? Figure it out. Play it like a song. Life is like a riddle. Have its own song. Have its own bop. But the Lord, when I didn't listen, and I was hard-headed, I was guided. Disciplined immediately. All his ones get immediately disciplined. We ain't got time for that. No. You can't do any dark thing. You can't test yourself to see how far you can go. You already know. Get back over here. Now, you got to go the right road. You can do a lot of things, but you can't do that. You got to stay in your lane. You're going to find out. All right. I got to be in the middle. What's that? Balance. Balance. That means you should know your dark as much as your light. You should know what you can do, which one is right, what you want. You want the world to give you gratitude, so you do worldly things. And you'll let the world rob everything from you because they'll give you money, houses, cars, all the things that you say God gave you. That's this God of this world. You better know which one you praying to. One give you the same thing, but it got a different route. You got to take a different lane. I did it, so I figured it out. So how did you do it? I mind my business, and I was quiet. I didn't care about everything everybody did. Why? Because I like minding my business quietly. Why? What you did? I just like enjoying being by myself. That's all I did. I like people, and people like me. I got to hang out with lovely people. I did everything I wanted to do, and I'm glad I did it. I met wonderful people in my life, and I'm glad I met them, and I'm glad that some was good, some took me for granted, some didn't. But either way, I had a lot of fun learning as I went. If somebody did the wrong thing and they hurt you and they took your time and your essence for granted, they laughed at it and made a mockery, and they did all the things and slept with people. If they did things to hurt you or lie on you and talk about your personal business to people that they shouldn't be talking to, people that you thought was close, people that you thought was your friend, can you ever think that it would be the man of your children, the father of your children, the mother of your kids, that would turn around and do some diabolical things to you? Your first offense is family. Those are the first ones that test us before you leave your family nest, before you leave the nest, before you leave the house and go off to college. Those are ones that test you the most. So they got to prepare you. So when you out there, do you think they care about you? Would you be able to be used discernment? No, a lot of us don't ever get it. We don't know. It takes a long time. Excuse me. It takes some time to catch on. Life is like a riddle. It's like a song that you never knew. But if you keep hearing it, it just gets stuck on you. And then you start to sing it. And you're like, oh, I kind of like this. It got a catchy tune. Pay attention to your life. It should give you that same. It should give you that same experience. You should feel that with your own life. It gives you something to make you dance. It make you move. It make you want to take a chance. If you could ever find a way to say thank you. And the Lord said, well, what would you do? If I took everything away from you, would you still follow me? If your answer is not like mine, then you ran out of time and you're on another team. But your answer should be yes. If your answer is yes, you won't get put to the test. Just suspect it is coming and it is happening, and it's okay. You better say it's okay, because what you gonna do? You can't stop it. It's not gonna let you like, yeah, I see that you work for the Lord, you doing good work, you ain't bothering nobody. I'm gonna let you good folk, you good sister, you good girl, you good lady, you're a very good lady, you're a good woman, you're a beautiful queen, you everything. Your name ain't got to be queen to be a queen. It's your essence, it's your spirit, but that is my name. So I say it, it's me, Queen Nefertari. I am. So I am. If you see me and you don't like me, thank you anyway, because that means that if you don't like me, it's something that you love about me. To not like somebody, to spend enough time not liking somebody, and finding all the things you don't like about that person. I don't like the way your eyes go up. I don't like the way your hair look. I don't like the way she do that. I don't even like those earrings. I bet those earrings ain't even real. I don't give a damn. If you like something and it's for you, and you, whatever you got on, your spirit is real. It's more than just putting on some fake ass fingernails and putting a box of makeup on your face. So every day you gotta look like you did something amazing every goddamn day. How long it took to stay in the mirror to look at yourself? Put some mascara on, do some eyebrows if I feel like. If I don't, then I don't. I want to wear what you like. It's how you carry yourself that's going to get you through in this life. What you mean? You mean you ain't got to work hard? You need to work hard. You need to work hard on yourself. You need to build yourself up. Because if you was a sucker and everybody thought you was a succubus, an incubus, somebody to just screw on and just take and just treat you like you was a nut. After you finish getting treated like that, men and women, after you finish giving yourself away, do you understand why the Lord said, close your legs and wait on me? Even if you got to wait all day, even if you got to wait a few years. Wait, I'm preparing someone for you because you're not prepared for the good thing I want to give you anyway. You wouldn't know what to do with it. So you need to sit down and think about some things. Clean yourself up at the same time. If you need to stop drinking, stop drinking. If you need to stop sleeping with people, you need to pray. If that demon is riding you and making you horny, you got to keep pulling your penis out your pants. You want to jump inside of every hole because it's a donut and it got a hole in the middle. Everything that look gold and glitter and it got sprinkles and pretty and it's pink and it looks nice. Oh, this is pretty. I never had a pretty vagina like this, but it's deep and it's nice and it looks cute inside. Even if it's good, it could be nice and yummy inside. Either way, that thing is poison because that spirit is not whole inside. She's weak. She's a crybaby. She's been abandoned. She hasn't healed. She's using everything that ever happened to her family trauma bonding. Most people in a relationship because they look at what happened to them. Excuse me. If you look at everything that happened to you, say, well, this happened to me. This happened to me. My father, please, people, I learned. I'm not telling nobody anything unless that man or that one. These are my people, my family, my true blues, people that is loyal. Don't just be telling people. I got a whole bunch of unloyal people that is on the other side because they prove to the Lord. Mm-mm. These hoes ain't loyal. They can't do nothing for you. These hoes ain't loyal. Listen. And they can't do nothing for you. Took a broke nigga bitch. Made the girl rich. I laugh. They say, well, why you laugh? Because when you get through something and you've been through some things and not just through some things, you've been through some stuff that most people can't, that nobody could be sitting up talking about. You went through that and you didn't lose your mind. You mean your spirit didn't, you ain't want to give up. You mean you ain't want to kill yourself after that? Like, damn, you went through all of that. You went through struggling. You went through all these fights and all these things, and you still remember how to come back. Is a such thing that is some of us that can bounce back in our life, that we can see the positive out of every negative situation because we don't see everything as negative. You even if it is, can you see the bright side? Can you turn it around? If it's a negative and something is a tragedy, or if you was being molested, if you was being beaten when you was a young kid, when you was sleeping with your friends and you was a boy and you didn't know because why? Because parents said you can't have no girls in the house, but you can hang with boys. What do boys do? What would they do? What would little girls do if they couldn't hang with boys and they can't? They can only have girlfriends, and then you wonder why they got girlfriends. Because you said they couldn't have girls and boys. They couldn't be boys and girls couldn't be friends. They have to stay away from each other. So who did they have to bond to? It's the same thing as they got older. And they get into drugs and things. They start drinking and start getting a little more heavy. Then it turns into a habit. And then they start doing more things. This person is out of control. They are bunny rabbit. They can't stop themselves. They are loose cannon. They trying every kind of drug. And that drug, that it's not just a drug. Pardon me. Those are demons. What is a demon? Anything that takes possession over your body and your mind and make you be other than yourself than you normally would if you were sober. That's a demon. If it changed your spirit from being kind-hearted, or being simple-minded where you have a conscience. Anything that take you away from there or give you a spirit of that, if you go somewhere and it changes your spirit, or you're around certain people and they make you, now you right in your element, you on that type of time. But when you cool and you're in the daytime, you're a different type of person. You're a different person. You wear jeans and sneakers, and you wear a cool hat, you wear a hoodie, hang with a book bag and a book pack, and carry some things on your back. They got men pocketbooks, men's shoulder things, making them look more like women, more than women look like women themselves. And you say, what the hell is going on here? I can't tell the men from the men and the women's from the women's. Which ones? They all confuse you. You know why? That is what it is. It is a confusion. And then they say you gotta welcome that because you gotta accept it. No, no, my ones. No, you cannot, and we supposed to not, and you should not accept anything under the contrary that contradicts that contra- that contradicts. How you say it? Contradict. Yeah, anything that contradicts the Most High words and principles of nature. That means that it is an order, a system that needs to be remembered. It needs to be back on track. Anything that takes us off that line, anything that looks different than what the naturalness is supposed to be, the truth, anything contrary or other than the truth, it is false and permission by the Most High, and as a duty to tell my people and all our people that understand the truly divinely sent, I love you. I hope you watch me somewhere. I hope you get to see me. I love all of you. Um, Amethyst Rose, I'm saying to the YouTube readers, to the content creators. It's so many of you, not just the YouTube readers, but so many of you that's putting out good information. That those that is following Dr. Sebi's trend, keeping him alive. Yes, that's how you keep your people to win. That's how you get us to live and tell us that we can be healthy again. You can stop going to their hospitals. You don't have to be sick within. You don't have to say if you got arthritis. This is something they made up to say that you need something so you can keep coming back. CMOS. Listen, well, they got different types. They got the gel kind, they got different flavors. That will build your cartilage back up. It will give us, it will take away our back pain. CMOS, oregano oil, oregano season, or we got bay leaves that you can boil them. You can make your own type of tea. You can heal yourself. You can make your own cough medicine. Garlic, onions, turmeric. Garlic, onions, turmeric. You could put bay leaves, you boil it or not. Or you could just cut it up very fine, pour some honey and let it sit. It's going to make it liquefied. Let it sit. Take a spoon, take a sip. Let it do something to your body. Let it get down and clean out all the mucus and the things that the body don't need. These are things we go to the store and buy anyway. We put in our food, we chop it up, onions, peppers, garlic. We eat those things. Why don't we make it into a medicine to give us some good healing instead of taking a pill? Say, well, I got garlic pills. I take my vitamins. Eat your fruit. Let's eat more vegetables. I'm not saying I eat perfect. What I am saying is sometimes everybody can do what they want, but when you're thinking about your health, do you ever think about why do they need health insurance? Why they ask certain questions for life insurance? They want to see how healthy your ass is. They want to make sure that you could be able to donate a liver, a lung, something, your eyes, even your eyelids. You smoke, you drink. How much often do you do? Because they already know Oh, this person got a few more years. They already know, because that's what they hear a lot of people. They already know how long it takes for the body to decay and it start breaking down before they see you back in the hospital. And now you on hospital stay. First, you was on, you was on outside outpatient, right? Outpatient means you get to come in, visit, and go home. Go to your therapy and go home. They know a few more years, keep doing that. They know you're going to be in that bed. You ain't going to get out. Then you're going to need to go to therapy if you make it out. Life insurance. Yeah, they banking on you to get out. And then give you, then you can get 100,000. You want 100,000 life insurance? You could get 300. You could get all this money, and when you do, they banking. You know why? Because they got the judges and everybody's in place. They got a thing called "Get Rid of God's Good Grace." Let's get rid of them. They not gonna know it's a game. They don't even know that they the ones that's losing. The ones that's the poor ones, they indispensable. We don't care about them. We got the family members inside the arenas. These are the ones that took an oath. They know what this is. It's us against them. We the Democrats, they the Republicans. You want to really know what that's about? We the reptilians, we the dragons. But we call them Bloods and Crips. We gonna confuse the shit out of them. It doesn't matter. You the reptilians. We're gonna do it over here because the Republican states we don't rely on no Medicaid and systematic stuff. We don't need Social Security over here. We work over here. We the ones that can do it on our own. We the red states. I didn't see none of the states red. When you look at it on the map, that's the only color. When you go to those states, do you see that it's red? No, it's an illusion. They're going to tell you, no, that means that's how many they use the colors to let you know how many states they control. We control them over here. We do it this way. And then the other ones, the Democrats over there, which is the dragons, they do it this way. What you mean? Pay attention. I don't know what to tell you. Go learn something with yourself. This is not for the woke. This is not for people that understand that you found your way, or you're finding your way back to your spiritual journey to get back to your true identity self. That means you understand why you're a man. That means you understand what a woman is supposed to do. You understand that we're more than just humping on each other and making beautiful children. You understand that we got a purpose. We're supposed to be teaching each other something. We're supposed to be leaving something behind. What is that? It's called good home remedies. It's called letting the truth come out. Stop hiding secrets. Stop leaving these things that's messing us up in generations and generations, households, and having breakdowns and nervousness. And we getting things that looks good, but their spirit is not well. They're not healed. These are misfits, and they come out here and they come in the world and looking for who they could devour. Good men that's innocent, that came from being heartbroken and having things taken from them. They need to be loved by the natural healing of women. Everybody stop running away from everybody. Everybody stop looking the other way. Yes, it's going to be hard to transition, to get off of being a lesbian and changing your body to look like a man and doing all these things that goes against the Most High's plans. I gotta say it to you that way. That's not me telling you that, making fun at you from being a certain way or why that happened to you. It's no excuse why that happened to you. It don't matter if you found somebody and she was a woman, she was gentle and soft to you. That made you get excited in your pants. Maybe some of you don't get a man to find you attractive. Maybe some men don't find a woman to find them attractive. Their penis is little. They don't have anything to stand up to. Something happened. I don't know why that happened to you. Pray the Lord. Said, Lord, why did you give me a little man down there? I can't hurt a fish. I can't even hurt a fly. Why didn't you make me a doubt? Why didn't you make me into something that can stand? And I'm so embarrassed of being a man. So they want to change into something else. They don't like what they got. All I'm saying, consult the Lord for whatever it is that we feeling before you act on it. Is all I'm saying. Because some things is irreversible and some things is not forgiven. Now the Lord is going to forgive. Say, well, the Lord is going to release You have to be at peace, whatever it is. I'm just saying it's better. It's not everybody's being condemned, but you are going to be measured. We all going to get measured if anything goes off of nature, the way we was designed as human beings. That means that we have a responsibility to lead right, to live right, to show something about this life, to say no. The Lord said no. Then the answer is no. Doesn't matter if you agree or not. If I agree, I'm like, well, I don't agree with that. I think people should be people, Lord, because, well, if they did, but they fell in love. What's wrong with that? Why can't they be with people that they love? How come we can't just have multiple? Why can't men have multiple women? Because it's we they outnumbered. Why they can't just? There's so many beautiful women. Why they gotta choose just one? Why they can't just have multiple? Why women can't have multiple men? Why can't that just be fun? Why can't the men just agree with it? Why they can't let women just sleep around like? Why we can't just sleep with each other like donuts? Fall into the hole and open our legs and let anybody in. We don't have to care about that. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it, Dougie. Everybody's doing it. Everybody, Dougie. Everybody, Dougie. Well, if everybody's doing something that goes against the Most High, guess how many did the enemy drag down to hell without knowing that you was taking yourself in a place where you don't have to die. You die in real life and you get to see that you didn't make it to the better version of yourself because you gave up. Because somebody didn't tell you that you can live a better way. You don't have to live this way that this world made you and told you that's all you have to do. And it's okay because it makes money. You can sell records, call your women hoes and bitches and things like that. And a woman is crazy because they go along with it. They shaking. Yeah, I'm a bitch. Yeah, I ain't loyal. I can't do nothing for you. Listen, I'm not picking on anybody. What I'm saying is, listen to what's okay. All of them from Little Kim, all of these, listen to the things for us. Listen to what I'm saying. They're making a mockery of us. They're making fun because they know that we don't know better. Because if we did, we wouldn't be showing the world how our sexual pleasures, what we'll do at home, what if we had a pole, how we'll swing down. Some things should be private. You can learn those things. Give your man a private lesson. Give your woman that private lesson. Why would you be going to strangers that because they open their legs and you listen, listen to the things that we think is fun and we don't see it. This is not to mock us. This is an educating thing. If we know as women, if you understood the power you hold, and it's not between your legs, it is between your legs, but not in a way where you need to show it and pump it. And yeah, and every time a man look good, they say, oh, I would give him a baby. I want to screw him because he looks or she looks good. Her body is superb. It's wonderful. It's even better if that woman is covered by the Most High's blood, covered by that power, that source, protection. Then I can understand why you would lose your mind. And but see, to get that type, that woman ain't going to any goddamn body. If you understood what kind of man and that man understand who he is, he don't want any goddamn body no more. After he done did all of that, he's looking for something that can quench his thirst, something that's different. He's looking for more, something that is out of the norm. That's the girl I want. That's the man I want. I want a man that everybody didn't touch. And after they touched all over, they got themselves together and made peace with themselves and said, let me sit down. Let me figure out why God loved me so I can learn to love myself better and take care of myself. Because the Lord said, what you do with your body is what you do as a gift to me. No, I love somebody that didn't love me when you can love someone that didn't. And if they did, they didn't show you correctly. Or to get scared of love because you never had love in a way where it was peaceful, it's gentle, it's not loud, it's not a fight, it's not a screaming match, it's not sad, it's not lonely. It's not something that wants your attention in a way where it's going to be toxic, where it needs you to prove your love. Prove you love me. How come you don't get jealous? How come you're not mad that I'm talking to somebody else? How come you're not mad if you find out that I slept with your friend and I was with your brother and I had sex with your father? I went to your friends and I did all these things. How come how come you still don't like me? How come I don't like you? How come you don't like you? Why would you do these things? People that do these things, they cannot like themselves. And you say, well, how come you say that? Because to like yourself, you're going to start thinking, why would I let everybody have me and I'm touching on this one and this one doing all these things and I got to sneak around because I feel this man that should be taking care of me. I don't even like you. You wear glasses, you can't see, you can't even hear, or whatever. You old, or I don't like you move too slow. And I gotta help you. I gotta do all those things. No, you like me because I'm pretty, but I'm evil. So when your men go shopping and you're looking for a woman to impress, and then you got the nerve to say, how come she hurt me? Because you was looking for something. You wasn't looking for the most high's best. Because when we start looking and thinking about how the Lord see us, and you start thinking about your ancestors, your grandmother, your mom, your dad, the people that left you principle, and you went away in a stray because they not here to watch you because you don't see them. Oh, they watching. They are watching very closely. They watch you so close. They standing right with you every time you walk and every time you sleep. They sleeping with you. You don't know because you're not in tune. You're not inclined. You don't even know how to feel. It's all right. It's a difference to know, just to know it. They're watching to see how I'm living in this life. They left us to see if we're going to get this thing right. Our family's been abused and battered for a long time. Yes, through generation, they've been tearing our mind, deteriorating us. To not to know who we are. You said, wow, well, why would they do that? Why would they want us to not know who we are? Because if you did, then you won't need them to give you no power. You wouldn't need them to tell you nothing. You'll go within and find out everything. So if somebody was sneaking and doing some things and you couldn't figure out who was bad and who was meant for you, and you said, shh, Lord, something ain't right. I can't tell what it is, but something. People, I don't know who they are, but you do. Who is my enemies and how many are them? Reveal them to me so I can see them. And you use your Bible, you go where your prayer is, and you ask the Lord to reveal and protect you from all the snares and fowlers and all the traps that in the pits that they have, all the fiery darts that they're going to fire at you. And you said, Lord, hide me, protect me from my enemies, for there are many. They are more than that can be numbered. They're more than the hairs of my head. There's so many, far and wide. I don't know how to see them. Lord, can you protect me from them? Prevail them and return to sender. I use every measure that you gave me. He said, what did I give you? Even though I say he, is a she. It is a she. She's the only one that could give birth to both sexes all over the goddamn universe. She's the cream of the crop. She rises from the bottom and rises to the top. If you ever fight a mother or hurt her children, even in the animal kingdom, they'll come after you and tear you up if they think you're doing something to their children. Remember, it's masculine and feminine energy. We are both. And if you mess with us, yes, our voice can change. We will talk with prosperity. We'll talk with authority. It's something that was given, something that was given to you by sight, by the birthright. Something Shirley said, if I'm a power that walketh with you, and all the people that you took care of is watching over you. They with me to be absent in the bodies, to be present with the Lord. These are the ones that's watching with me. We are watching to see how y'all do down here. We seeing how you treat each other so you can see. So I'm seeing how you care about me if I send someone to be gentle with you. Either way, if the enemy didn't do nothing to you, why would you mess with them? Now you turn that enemy, you gave them a reason to lock eyes on you. Now they're curious because you did something that caught their attention. Listen, if everybody's courteous and everybody just caught, you wouldn't even know who's a demon or not, because that demon needs something to wake it up for a reason. It needs something to challenge. It needs something to feast on. It needs something to prove how bad that is a demon. It needs to be something. It needs to be a challenge of a demonic soul, something that is strong that it can say, "I crushed that one." With all the power and vigor. That means the dark nights of the soul, those ones work for the gatekeepers. Yeah, those ones, they got assignment. They only got one. I mean, they picked that side. Some was assigned there for a reason. Everybody gets used for something. The ones in the middle that said, "I don't believe, I don't know." But you're not bad. You're not, it's not that you're not bad. You didn't do anything that's a crime to get locked up or to be part of the system where they can penalize you. You didn't do nothing where the Lord can say, "You're mine." So, what happens is you will have to be touched by someone that is prescribed and sent by the Most High down here to be able to touch you and say, "I send you to that one." That means that the Lord was even thinking about you. So if you was a murderer, you was a rapist, you was a pedophile, whatever you was in your life, and the Lord ever sent somebody in your life spotless to be able to show you a different way of life and say, "Yeah, let's change." They're not going to say who they are. They don't even know. We don't know nothing. We're just here having a good time in a different way because we went through our toys and snares and cries and hurts and the things in life. We learned some good lessons early in life, so we know that that's not the way. That's going. I see where that's going. Mm-hmm. I see it's dark that way. Mm-hmm. Well, let the Lord do it, and the Lord will. Don't touch my anointing. Somebody, people, it is a crime that has happened in the spiritual realms, in the spiritual planes. It is something that this world is not ready for. I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm going to say it. Say some things because it tells us how to behave. It tells us how to do some things. Long suffering. Excuse me. Long suffering. Be meek. Be kind. Sometimes you got to learn to say yes.
Some people might think that's your fault.
Yes.
About certain people specifically.
So what?
You know a lot.
I talk about everything and everybody because everybody don't hear the same thing. So when you're saying something, you got to say it the same way so people that hear it, they can hear the same message.
Part that sounds almost religious because everything else is more so be yourself, do this,
Shh. So, as I say, please don't be in my life, my child. So I'm saying to you, say yes. If your yes is a yes, if you don't have anything, the Lord said, would you give up anything? If Job was tested and was taking everything away, that is not the same for everybody to get tested the same way. The Lord don't say, yeah, Satan touch all my children. You could bother everybody and everyone. No, it don't say that. That means that some of us that's down here is off goddamn limits. That means don't play with us no type of way. No type of way. Not a little bit, not some of it. Don't hurt our feelings. Definitely don't make us cry. If you make one of us cry, it's to make the Lord cry. And that means you are finished. What do that mean? That means that you're going to be disciplined by your own selves. Whatever we put out, be okay with the energy that we get back because whatever we want, whatever you feel, if you don't like someone and you can't stand them and you really, really, really are bitter about that person to the point where you don't want them to be around because they make you seem like your existence is minute. That is how you feel about yourself. That's why that same feeling, that same energy that you emit will have to come back to you, especially for someone that is innocently don't deserve it. You cannot make something that is pure or innocent. Pure is innocent to me. It's the same. It's like a virgin. You cannot say that person is dirty and filthy when those are all the things about you. And you put something on an innocent person. Do you know what that would do for you? That is like a big flashlight. That's like the sun. That's like the moon coming close, shining light on you. That means you can't even hide it, even in the moon, even at night. If you doing stupid things on somebody that life is spotless, more brighter than yours, and there's no way they'd identical to you. It's the totally opposite. Do you know what you did? You expose all yourselves. This is for anybody. It doesn't matter what side of the pope or side of the road that you on. It don't matter what seat that you sit on. It don't matter what authority you hold. If you able to fire or conspire, if you able to be licensed to take and win souls and then say, well, they died. I like Grey's Anatomy. The point of what I'm saying is you got people in high places that's able to do some things and take advantage because they license tell them and they got the other people that's going to sit together. Why? Because they're underneath the same umbrella as the staff. Why do you see the staff on a snake in a hospital? And it's not the only place where you see it. The fire department in many different places, they use that staff to keep a secret. What's the secret? It's your kundalini energy. What is that thing wrapping around? It's the same thing as your DNA, your spine. You see how it go like this? What is that? This is our DNA. It crisscrosses in a certain way. It waves. That means they got the secret to hold genealogy, generational codes of our DNA. That's why they need us to come to the hospital and get blood work. Do you think they're not studying where we came to see our lineage, see who bloodline they in? Bloodline is these people. Where do they begin? Not for everybody, but for the ones that do, the ones that got closeness. I had a friend that works in a hospital. I wonder what they do when they turn and they don't like you. Do you trust them that they could get parts of your medical? They got people that could get close to you, and you have people that you trust. They even went to the doctors with you. If you ever did that and you trusted someone that you shouldn't have trusted, they didn't even trust you like that. It took me a minute to see, but I'm glad I did it anyway, because the difference is God still covered me. Now, is that the same for everybody? If you don't have no covering, if you think that you can live this world down here and you don't need no higher protection, you do and you will. Even if you got to go to the other demon, because that one gives protection too. It's worldly protection, but it gives you something. You better believe something. If you don't believe nothing, you just like, I don't believe none of that. I don't believe in a God. I don't believe in Satan. I don't even know Satan. I don't care what Satan do. You ain't gonna touch me. You can't do nothing to me. If I don't believe in you, you ain't never did nothing to me, and I ain't never did nothing to you. I mind my business. I walk my own way. I'm bad. I don't need nobody to do nothing. I make my own money. I go to work and I go to school. I got my kids. I pay my bills. I do what I want to do. Now, because you do all those things, the enemy loves people like you because you don't believe in nothing. You don't have no power governing you. You don't believe in nothing about yourself, because that's why you listen. Okay, anytime that we can say we don't believe, what I'm saying is anytime that we can say that, that means that we don't believe in ourselves, that we are part of this world and the enemies sit next to us. They go to school with us. They hung with us. We was kids with them. We grew up around the neighborhood with these people. We seen bad things. We seen people get shot. We seen all these things. What God is walking around? We said, why would the good Lord allow it? Because the one that you prayed for, you said that's your God, and then everybody shouted and made music about it and said, that's my one because it gave me everything. It did. Gave you joy and it gave you pain. Gave you a baby, let it rain. It's going to give you desires of your heart. It want to be admired more than the Most High. The Most High said, love me naturally. Give me your trust. I told you to love me by faith. Watch me. Don't live only by sight. Some of you got eyes and we wonder why. Some people that wonder why that they losing their sight. What did you use your eyes for? This is not for everybody, but think about it. If you got bad vision, what did you do with your eyes if you're a man or a woman? Was you chasing at the woman and doing all kinds of noxious things? Where was your heart at? Was you a devious? Was you a deviant deceiver? Was you a manipulator? Was you a hater? Did you love yourself? No, you can't. That person may feel like, oh, I got love in my heart because I got compassion. No, you got vile passions that gave you an admiring feeling. You don't know what love is because you don't know how to love. If you serve Satan, that is not love. That is lust. That make you think you love a person because you don't have love. You have to be taught that, men and women. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I was serving Satan. I have my God loves me. My God loves me. I had somebody say that many times, and there's a lot of people. My God loves me. This God of this world don't like nobody, and it doesn't like women. This God don't like women. They call it a man's world. But these men do not give birth to no nation. What they do, they contribute. So if a woman, because you came out of a woman, yes, yeah, carry the sperm, but you can't do anything the way we go through it. Period pains, change of life. Our breasts getting big, it itch, it hurts. It does a lot of things. Your body don't go through none of those things. You can't imagine what it's like being a woman in this life and be able to hold some type of things and the knowledge that a woman is able to retain. She had to be equipped by something that surely that is way no more than us and that made us in a form that's able to carry and produce and reproduce and structure, nurture. It would have to be a woman that had been lost, that was a comic type of mindset playing around. I was never that. Even if it looked like I was, they had me misconstrued. I was never that. I know I was. I had more sense than what I used to have. I always was intelligent or very advanced for my age. I just had sense. I wasn't common. So I wasn't commonly like everybody. Or you common. Everybody think like that. Everybody can't be like you. That's the goddamn truth. That means that you should listen to somebody that's not like you. A lot of people can't say that because they hang with everybody that's common. They talk like that. They hang in the same crew. They can't teach you to be better than yourself. Stop sleeping with all these women. Find one woman and see if you could get somebody that's on the same team that you can make a business with. Don't hang with so many guys. Your guy friends can mislead you. I'm not saying sometimes if you get something spectacular, they want something spectacular too, and they don't want it on you. And if you're doing the wrongest thing and they see something that you should be admiring and treating it better, that will make that man or that woman say, I need to be with that man. I will take good care of him. And you wonder why. It's nothing. And you'll wonder why your friends is looking at who you bring around. Do they got friends? Think about it. Who are your enemies? Where will you think Satan would bring them to? They got to be your friends, your cousins, your people, people you went to school with. They assigned to you. They're going to send them to watch you. Who's your friends? Oh, how come you don't take me around your friends? Where's your mother? You should. Some, but do you know the right ones you're bringing in? Get to know them. They may not be worth bringing them into your circle. You may not want them to know everything about you. You don't want them to know where you live. You don't care nothing about them. I had someone, it's a beautiful thing when somebody don't care nothing about you, but then you get to watch them and see how you was treated and all the things they think they want. People think that if I don't tell you, then they not gonna know. I would never say that. I'm gonna let it go to my grave. Whatever it is that we think that we could get away with in this life, you won't. If you sit in high places and you got officers been rubbing elbows and getting paid and these politicians and who works with them? The people that got their children in schools. These are the ones that vote them in. Surely these are the ones that are going to say, well, you got to do me a favor because I voted for you. But I got a situation. They said, well, what it is? But I got a couple of dollars for you. Do some other stuff. make it work for me. I need my child to go to this school. I need my son. I need to move. I need to get to this place. I need more money. I need some things to happen. You see, these politicians in place to work with people that goes to public school, that got their children, they know some things, or they've been in the military. Okay, if you part of the arena, then you in. Pay attention. This is not like we got to find out. It's not like back then when everything was secluded. We ain't had no YouTube. We ain't had nothing to talk about these people. If you want to use their device, you made it. Use it for something good. Use it to inspire people to talk about the things that they kept a secret so we can spy and talk about them. Look what you did. You messed up. Now we can see you looking at us. So now we know what you think. We know what you're looking for. So now we can settle the score. See how you can do more? It doesn't matter if they give you devices. You say, well, I didn't even ask you for it. Why you keep giving us stuff that we didn't ask for? And so, well, you're not saying that you don't want it. Took the phones out of the home. Now we don't have, a lot of people don't have landlines. They took all the phones off the street. So now you can't use the quarter because why? They made cell phones. What they got the cell phones? They spying on everything. If I go on my phone, your phone is tapped. Somebody's watching you. Somebody watching your back. If they're watching what you're doing, they watching how you eat. Somebody's coming into your house. Somebody's watching TV. Somebody's playing on the phone, texting. This is what she eats. This is what he's doing. He's playing on the TV. He's watching this channel. She's walking around. He's doing this. You got people spying because they can't mind their own goddamn business. Why can't you mind your business on yourself? Because when you lose sight of yourself, the Lord is looking. You can't be. You're definitely not coming in my house. You definitely nope. Yeah, definitely failed. You failed miserably. And they said, well, I'm going to still slap box with the Lord. I don't care what the Lord said because I know I got a Lord. That Lord is nothing. It is, I'm not going to say that because I got respect for them. I'm going to be respectful because they're respectful to me. They don't got a problem with me. I don't have a problem with them because I understand them. Understand that they're looking for love. They've just been broken. They couldn't find the pieces to put together. They didn't understand why life is so difficult. It's difficult because you said it. If you tell yourself something is difficult, then it is. If the requirement is to believe, then believe that you are more than what everybody said that you are. If somebody can get enlightenment and get inspired by some things, then let that work for you. Let that be the joy that joy brings. And let that be a yes. I say yes. Yes and yes. Yes and yes. Yes and yes. You got to be your own dream. You ever had a dream? If you ever had a dream so real. If you ever had a dream so real. A dream that makes you want to heal. A dream so real. A dream so true. A dream so real. A dream that is you. As they say, well, she act unbothered. She could be lying. She going through stuff. Yeah. But it's not the same. If you could be attacked, then you can say yes. It is a dream to still be alive and to be able to say it's one of many that eyes that watches that protective this one if everybody came against one. And the Lord said, what would you do to give up everything. Would you come to me if everything was taken from you, your family, your loved ones, the people that was there, and suddenly you look up and there's nobody's there? Would you still remember me, or would you turn on me? Would you forget the things that I brought you through? Would you turn on me? Would you forget me like the rest of them did to you? Would you treat me as everybody did for you? Would you hate me the way that everybody hated you? Would you make me feel the way that they did for you? Or would you love me because I was the only one that was there for you? Where's your loyalty? Would you be loyal to me as I was loyal to you? Listen, if those principles is not in place, please, in all understanding, understand that the Lord is looking for some strong soldiers, because you got some people that's going to twist some things. They want to try to test you and say, are you talking about me some way? If you're not thinking about why I should travel in a certain way, our ancestors, our bloodlines is being taken away. What side are you on? Are you at Abel or are you at Cain? Why are you causing this much pain? Who is these people that's pushing people around? Who's these people? You think these are just, I don't know. They strangers. They don't belong here. They on the same ground as you. Only thing that makes them different is that their spirit is different from you. Be the difference. And we listen to Michael Jackson. He said, be the person that you want to see in the mirror. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Plain and simple. He's a man, so he used himself as being a man in the mirror. I'm a woman. Be the woman that you want to be, to see the difference in this world. Well, do you need to be known by everybody? You need to be known by the one that is almighty, that knows every goddamn thing and everybody. That one was shouted out for you. Surely, if you walk in righteous, the Lord will make a way to prevail and keep you in this high tabernacle and keep you in secret places, and it will do wonderful things to you, and you get to be able to say, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. Thank you for your power. Thank you for protection. Thank you for the hour. Thank you for your power every hour. It always happens when you usually got to want to talk and we talking. When you're thankful and you said thank you. Yeah, it's something to be thankful for. It's like I've been looking through a telescope, see where I want to be, waiting, getting better. I'm not the person they see. Can't be mad at the things I've been through, 'cause they built my muscle. Now I'm better than I ever been. They can't stop my hustle. My faith ain't never small. That's what brought me this far. See, I got my dreams and I got my prayers and I got my God's gonna take me there, 'cause everybody has a season. And I believe this one's mine, 'cause I've been working, waiting, this what I've been praying for. Go get it. I'm like, girl, you can't sing. So, if the Lord heard me and the Lord said, don't worry about what you sound like if you're saying it to me, I understand what you're saying. And you saying it to me. And all that I get understanding. My thing is, I'd rather have love to be contagious, to be mindful. If you can't go to sleep and something is on your mind because some way you did something, or you didn't live right, something is bothering you of your way of conduct, because it's coming back to bite at you and it's bothering you at night. It's called, I'm getting a conscience. I'm getting a feeling that I'm feeling somewhere. I'm feeling some type of remorse. I'm feeling ashamed. but not enough to change, just enough to change a little bit because I don't like what I'm being looked at. I don't like the way it's making me feel. You are in a great place. It's called remission. Keep going. That means you're on the right road because before that, did you have any feelings? Man or woman, boy or girl, child or not. If the feelings is making you start to have remorse and you didn't have it before for this one or that one, you didn't have it for no one, but now you're starting to have a change of heart. Why don't you change so your heart can be better? So even if you was in a place where you shouldn't have been, when the world told you to go the other way because somebody showed you love and they said, no, you made a vow to Satan. It's no love there. You're not supposed to fall in love. We're supposed to be the love of money. That's what we came here for. Wasn't we gave up on love, remember? Excuse me. So listen, catch it. If you gave up on love, and then you got people in the family that if you get happy, you find somebody that really care about you, not because what you got, not because of the things you did, and you thought that you should play with that one, that man or that woman. You play with their head, you play with their heart, but God sent them to be somewhere, they just like you, and they just wanted to be friends with you, and they really cared about you, and you cared about them not. Do you understand what that is? To the Most High is a different world. It's a different world. When that world gets different and it gets a reality, you mean everything in that book is going to happen? You mean that things could lighten up, that things could be shaken out of place? Do you mean that hell could come down here and we're going to be reprimanded? Do you mean that we're going to face everything that we thought that we took for granted and we didn't believe? You mean us non-believers is going to be made believers anyway? Yeah, because I'm going to touch somebody that belonged to you, because somebody you cared about that you didn't care about that I cared about. So whatever you care about, I don't, because you made sure that you knew who I was. So you told me I'm nothing and you didn't care what I thought about. So you hurted someone because they represented me, and it made you inferior because you chose the little joker to go against me. People, in all land, in all reality, wherever you at on this part of this galaxy, if you're in another planet, if you're in another part of the world, understand this message. If we do anything that contradicts the natural and the nature of whatever the most high principle is in this world, God down here said, we give you laws, we give you things that you must follow. Understand, the chosen ones do not follow none of those laws because we don't have nothing to do with none of you people. We don't put ourselves in everything that you do. We don't care about any of those things that you do. Even if we do it, we're not getting caught up and entangled in the things that you do. We use it to get by. We just passing through. That's the difference. We're nothing alike. We're not even the same type of people. We don't have the same type of DNA. We don't even have the same pedigree. We don't even serve the same. You call it father, I serve a mother. You see? It's different. Everything is the opposite. The opposite of me is the opposite of you. That way, we can't be the same. We can't be identical. What is the same is the same force of belief. That belief is strong in being wrong. The Most High, to be able to be in your conscious self, means that you have the same belief. You have the same faith. It's strong, but it's right. You see, it's the difference. It is the difference. It is the difference. It is the difference. They try to trick me. Whether they tried, I'm going to say this is what the enemy do. It comes as a thief in the night. Comes to sit next to you is waiting for something to happen for you. If you ever know that something is happening, you don't have to know what's happening. You just need to know that your mind is changing from what it used to. You don't think about playing and being around everywhere and everywhere, being everywhere with every place with everybody. After you did some things, you say, okay, now I gotta calm down and sit down because I see the difference in this life. And there's some things that are outgrown because you have to learn some lessons in this life. What lessons you gotta learn? You gotta learn. You better learn. You gotta learn. Don't do it. Don't. Don't. Don't do it. Okay? Don't. Don't put yourself in harm's way. They said, well, why are you talking like that? Because I can. I can be, this is me. Everything I am is myself. I'm not pretending. I can be me. I can be my own little girl. I remember my little girl self, and I remember not getting in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. You want to get a spanking? No. That's how I feel with the Lord. Yes, that's the only power I respect and fear. Somebody else? No. Even if we take your kids, if you take something that shouldn't be taken, you can't take anything if the Lord said no. That's it. No. And there's a lot of buzz. I said, well, I'm just saying. We need to love ourselves enough to change. The enemy said you can't because you did too much, you caused too much pain. But if you can say it, even if it caused you shame, and you said, damn, I was pretending, I told all these lies, what they gonna look at me? What is people gonna think of me if I tell them that I was a hater? I really hated you. I did all these things. What would it make of you? It would make you a decent-minded person, a person that said, I was corrupt, I was controlled by an entity that had power, that was robbing my spirit, that told me the awfulest things to do. I hated myself. I didn't understand what I was doing, but I felt like I did. So it made me to hate somebody that didn't do nothing to me but love me. But I hated that this person was able to love in spite of all the things that I did to make her to hate and to feel ugly. I took your man, I did these things, or the world turned its back on you, or you couldn't finish school, or whatever it is that it did, and it took your money and stopped you from your job. They're sending people to look at you. Your phone is being spied on. People keep watching you. They talking about you. They watching to see what's going to happen to you. They watching to see if you're going to stay miserable. Everything is going on. I'm saying this is for all God's children. They do it to all of us the same. It's just that the other ones was weak. So they fell victim to the game. I said, well, can't beat them. I don't really want to work hard. If you don't want to have no feelings, go after innocent women and children. Find out where you could fit in. Find out where she's hurting at. Everybody got to hurt. These are drug addicts, some of them. These are addicted opioids people that works in these systems that has some type of recovering addiction, but they still have the addiction, even if they're not still getting fixed. Some of them still is. They just act as if they still sniffing coke, they still getting high, and they would still say, I'm not getting high, I'm recovered. Well, I never go back that way, but they doing all kinds of things. They won't even tell you the truth. Why? Because the addiction allowed them to stray away. If you ever had a time dealing with an alcoholic, or you had people that was on drugs, and you can't talk about nobody, you talking about them, because everybody got a drug addict in their family, or somebody that was on crack, and then they got their life back, and then they got back on track. Where did they go to get back on track? They had to get in some type of way. They had to rub elbows with the big boys, the mayors and Umars and all these important political people of the world. I'm not saying they bad. I'm just saying you got to play something. You got to get in and win. They're going to tell you these are the people you got to hang with. You got to hang with some of these people. They're going to do favors. They got connections. It's not what you know, it's who you know and who knows you. I don't know none of those ones, but I know one that got many ones, that all of them follows under divine guidance and is called the routine, the norm of nature is a system, universal law is what the principle that I follow. If you ain't following that, you can't tell this lady that I'm wrong because you only follow a system that got a system down here. But when you got what happens when you work with a system that overrides the systems down here? That has greater authority. If anybody cross the line and you reach a breach, it's a difference when you do some stuff down here. There's angels down here. There's people that's good. They know how to reprimand you very nicely. But if you do anything that's sneaky, that causes spiritual crime, and you do something to someone that you shouldn't have did, and it hits the spiritual realms, and it hits where the heavens at, and it makes the Lord to get goddamn mad, and you see all kinds of tsunamis. You see all kinds of tsunamis, and you see the different parts of the world that's having weather problems, and things is happening that never happened before. Things is happening in different states that didn't happen. The weather is changing that didn't happen or didn't change before. Something is new. What is going on? Somebody did a federal crime, an offense, a spiritual offense that was forbidden. Who did that? Who is these people that sit around and wear high hats and black and white all day? The Masons, they wear it proudly. They said, we play checkers all day. We made movies for you. We got school for you. We got all kinds of games. We got casinos. You can gamble. You got the library. You can read lying ass books, but some of them is not lies, even if it is. But some of them is things in there. If you know how to read, you know how to pull out the truth. Is there? You got to seek for it. And most of it is watered down because we always wanted to confuse you. You think that we wanted a strong nation of people to remember who they are, so you can cast us out? Listen, my people, you want to cast out the enemy? Show yourself some love. Be more in love with yourself, like if you was on a date. Even if you say some words to yourself that you would want to say to somebody else, or you want somebody to say to you, be all those things. Tell yourself, hey, sexy, you beautiful. I like your smile. I like your dimples. I like the way you look when you look like that. Tell yourself that. Look in the mirror. Fall in love with yourself, not just with your looks, but in the beauty that it took to create that. Because you remember when you didn't feel that good about yourself. It was a time when you wasn't even appreciating yourself. So now that you got your right mind back, you tell your right mind, thank you for loving me. Because there's a spirit in you that didn't let you give up, because that one knew everything about you and knew when you was crying and knew when you was sad, and it was you. You better be your own best friend. You better tell yourself that you could win. You better tell yourself, we're going to cook this again. If you learn how to cook, you could cook your own food. You could feed yourself. Did you learn some good things? Even if your mother used to spank you, if you didn't have certain things when you was growing up, when you had misery, it was crazy. It was chaotic. The father didn't really care about the mother. There was no love there. It was get what you can get and get over. It wasn't no type of stability. It wasn't nothing rational. You didn't grow up with humility. You grew up with pain. So pain is all you knew for some women and men. And those ones grow up to be women and men, adults like me and you. But they not. They still children. And they didn't learn to love whatever it was. They thought that if you had a job and you can, for women, that if you look a certain way, you can wear your body, and your stomach is flat, and you get your body nice, and surely you want to look nice and be a nice looking woman for your man. But guess what? If you didn't, and your man saw that it's something good in you, don't you know that it's things that you can do to work out together and stretch each other out and do all these things that is likable to fit you a certain way, to make you more appealing and happy, not just appealing to be happy just for your mate, but also for you. Because that man is loving you to say, I see you. I'd rather work with you than to get something else that look like what I want it to look like, but they don't have the same heart. They don't have the same spirit as you. Where you going to get that from if that man is not that? Help that man to become his best if he's worth it. And if that man find you to be worth it back, if not, leave them alone. They was never meant, they was a lesson. After you learn your lesson, get the hell on. They don't want to learn. They didn't want to change. They didn't want to be something different. in a manhood, in a mind, with their wisdom, even for a woman. Let them go. They loose chains. Leave them. But they got a good job. They got money. I'm codependent. When you get yourself to be independently, think for yourself. You don't need nobody to chauffeur around. I don't need nobody to tell me how to think. Oh, have a handler. A handler thought they was handling me. No, baby, I don't need no handler, sweetie. I know how to handle me just fine. I made it this long with my own grind. Yeah, somebody could say that they bought things and I did this. If it wasn't for me, somebody could do all those things, but if it wasn't for you to love yourself and walk away for what wasn't serving you and didn't serve itself, she or he ran to the world and did everything because they was looking for something that the Lord didn't give. It said, damn, if I'm giving you something, it said, no, I don't want you. Anytime we tell the Lord no, or somebody else say, no, don't get that, and the Lord ever smiled and said, I'm going to wipe your slate clean. I'm going to make you white as snow. And you say, God damn, no, I'd rather stay with Satan. Leave that sucker there. Man, woman, they can't treat you right because you want to change their mind and their spirit and say, no, it's a different way. Let me be soft with you. I don't like that softness. That's boring. I bet you after you've been scorned and burned by all the ones that you went out your way for, to go out your way to hurt an innocent one, to step on that one, even somebody that looked out for you. If you did that for a man that was kind and he took his time to diss somebody and to look over somebody and step on them, and they stepped on them for you, and then they like, damn, this is the same person that crushed me. Yeah, that person gonna crush you because they're like, what the fuck would I trust him for when he did that to homegirl? And that was my friend. I seen that's what he did to his mother. He stole from his mother. Why would I trust him? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do him even more dirty. I'm gonna act like I like him. I'm gonna act like I like her. They did that to somebody that the Lord said, don't, don't, don't. If you ever get a warning, I'm just saying, if we get some warnings and it's going to tell us to pay attention to the red flags. What is the red flags? The red flags is what you see in life. The things that you do that's repeated in life. The people that sit next to you believe that those are the ones that the government is working with. Those ones are governors. Those are your government. They there to govern and laugh and invite you out before you know it. Those are the same ones that's talking about you, and you realize that they stopped hanging around you because they found something out. Either you were something or they were something, and you found out I'm not like them. I need to be to myself. See, the ones that could be to themselves ain't looking to get into no mischief. The ones that need people, those are the ones that get into a lot of mischief. Those are the ones that's talking about somebody. They start in trouble. Did you see what happened with such and such house? Did you, oh girl, such and such was messing with such and such. I want to see how this gonna go. It's about to be a goddamn show. Girl, you better get your popcorn and get some ice cream. Well, what you want from the store? I want to get me some get some Jamaican food. I don't know. I don't want nothing too heavy. Give me some salad and some. I'll make my own burritos. I'll make my own tacos. I just want to be light and get me make my own tea. Oh, what you getting? I'm gonna get me a soda. I'm gonna make this juice for us. Whatever it is, it's about to be a show. This is what people do. They can't wait to see something toxic go down. Why? Because that's what toxic people do. They like entertainment. This is why they use people, Tyler Perry, and make all these shows that got something that's ignorant. And it's going to say, well, it's going to teach you some things. It's going to sound real life. What's real? Because they got stuff in these movies and the things they've been putting in our face and the things that we've been laughing at and the things that they making mockery of ourselves, and they do it in an ignorant way to get ratings because it pays. So we can not teach education. Yeah, we can say it in a funny way, but then we cussing and we degrading ourselves, putting each other down, even if we making different. It's not talking, it's saying, look at us. Look what they got us to do for the love of money. and for approval of people, not the Most High, because this world goes against that. You can get same-sex marriage. You can be able to be a man and change your body and say I'm a woman and get to want to play with women's sports. You want to go in the bathroom with little girls and be in the bathroom with women and say, well, don't call us a he, call us a she, or it or him. I'm not going to call you none of that. You're not going to confuse my mind because you confuse. Because the system said, well, you got to follow the rules. Well, the Lord got rules, and those are the only rules I follow because those rules make sense. And it has more authority down here. That's period. Point blank. That is it. That is it, and that is all. That's it. That's all. So if the Lord said, move like this, when I move, you move. You should want to move like that. If I step back, you step back. Cause you ain't gotta have a leader. Somebody gotta be functional here. A leader is not somebody like, yeah, just follow me. Eat what I eat. No, that's teaching you to be a leader of yourself. So everybody should be a leader so you can learn how to lead yourself. You don't need to go protesting, putting posters and stuff up, marching and talking about we going down yonder to be with my Lord. You don't have to do all of that. You need to believe inwardly and believe that if I walk that way, I should walk with peace. If peace is who you are, then peace should follow you. But guess what? So is Satan. That sucker's going to follow you too. They want to see how they can get you off track. They don't want you to be positive. Nah, she's too positive. She's too cool. How come you too cool? Do you know what we did behind your back? Yes, I know what you did. And you did everything to yourselves. I know you did it to hurt me, but I'm still whole. I didn't do anything to disturb nobody or to hurt somebody else's soul. I can sleep at night. I can think about. I still love myself. I'm glad I didn't give up on myself because it was a lot. I could have been like everybody. I could have went those ways. I could have been a crackhead. I could have been a drug dealer. I could have been a lot of these things. Not by nature, but let's just say I could have. I wanted to try. I could have. Just wanted to do a lot of things. Do you want to be everything in this goddamn word because everything is in it? Or do you pick, like if you go and shopping and you pick what you want to spend your money on, and you use what your eyes need? When you looking for things that you can actually serve a purpose. If it don't serve a purpose, I just get it because I can afford it. I just bought me a car. I ain't even need it. How many cars you got? I got 15 of them. I just bought me another one just because it was different. Do you drive all 50 of those, all 15 of those cars? Nah, I drove all of them. How many times do you drive them? Do you drive them 5 times each, or which one do you drive the most? Because you can have all of them. Listen to the things that we want. We do things in excessive just because we have and just because we can. But there's many people that don't have, and it's not because they didn't care or they didn't work hard. That's why some people work hard. Do you know that there's people out there that would bypass someone that is a miracle, that got talent, that have something because you ain't got nothing? They wouldn't even talk to you, even if you was different and you said, look, the Lord sent me. And they know that it did, but they don't care. They're going to treat you the same. Well, you got to pay your way to get here. Guess what? All right. That's the blessing that could have been a blessing to you more than anything else in this life. If it comes from the Most High, do you know what's different when something different happens for you? Do you know when God is smiling, when the Lord sends somebody to smile on you and say, take that one? I know what that one did. I got pity for that one. I want that one to come over here because you said you love that one. If you love someone, I'll see. I'll do it for you. That is what the Lord do. When you care about something, the Lord care about it too. And two, it realized, and well, it's always going to know. It's just that you didn't know. So if the Lord don't let you get far with that one, and it take that one away from you, learn that one is the opposite of you, and that's Satan, because the Most High don't take something that's good and that works together for his own good. Whatever's gathered in the midst that got the same spirit, the Lord said, those ones that know me will hearken to my word. They will listen to me. They will hear the difference in my speech. It got a different type of tone. It got a different type of speech. They will listen because they will hear the authority in my words when that person, whoever I use, speak. If they speak in my truth, I don't take myself away from myself if it comes to bring me peace. Do you understand what that is? Anything that is contrary, that says come to my office, come to church. Well, I'm good. I don't do witchcraft. Listen, you got a lot of people that's bending people will and doing dark things. Be careful with your bodies. They can have sex with you and transfer your energy to a man or to a woman. And they start having good time and living off of you and doing things that you never thought that somebody would want to do. Why would you do that? That's evil. I know, but I like it. Because I didn't think that you would catch on. I think I could get away with it. I didn't think it's a real Lord that was going to stop me because I was getting away with it because you didn't hit the right one. Everybody knows that it's always a bully. A bully, somebody could beat that one up. Everybody got something that's tough, but nobody could beat the Most High. Not one, not one, not one, not one. That's my one. Well, listen, when you connected to a power that's greater, that's the force of the sun, the moon, and all the waters. If you look in the sky, look how wide it is. It's no end. When you look at the waters and you go to the ocean and you look at how wide it is, after you get past the beach, you're on a boat and you look around, you just see water everywhere. You don't see a place where you could get out and just walk around and say, well, I'm going to just get out and walk on the water and just have a look around. Your ass won't go down and you're going to go for a swim or you're going to go for a drown. Either way, look how vast and look how deep it is. If it's deep up there and it's deep down there and it's everything around, all in the atmosphere, and you got a force that owns everything. And as wide as you can see, you don't see no end. And that power, and that power governs you, and you're protected under that force. You ain't gonna find nobody that weak. You can't be part of that crew if you ain't get through something and you hurt your feet, you crying about everything. You want to be like somebody got to go through the things you've been through. Do you even know me? This is the saying for God's ones. Do you even know us? You don't even know us to be messing with us like that. Yeah, I may have been a little something. Yeah, you can say I'm a little this, but what did I do to you? Listen, they keep secrets. Oh, I got something that can hurt you. I got family secrets. I bet you don't know who's sick. I bet you if I told you, I bet you cry your eyes out if you knew some of the secrets that nobody never told you. Listen, anytime that you've been keeping your faith and you knew that you could not have done nothing by yourself, and you watch the Lord and all his helpers, all the ones that's gone, those are the ones that's watching. They tell you, go on. You're crying about your loved ones. Oh, I lost my sister, I lost this one. But if you, depending on how you lost them, because everybody ain't losing everybody through sickness. Some people doing certain things with darkness and they doing the things that is forbidden. Stop doing these things. It's forbidden to do. Stop wishing things and using witchcraft and going to dark practitioners to do things on innocent people. Put them in jars. Put their names and bury it in a dirt yard and go into people's house, putting things in front of their door, touching them with stuff and putting spirits and wishing harm. Evil eyes. Return to sender for all those that come and charge after people like me. Return to whatever it is that you cast in. Put that energy back to you so it can be placed and balanced back to where it belongs. Balance has to be restored in the land for the righteous people. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Farewell, my friends. I'm leaving you. Found me another lover. Treats me better than you. Now you got no one to cheat on. As if I left you. She's here forever. While you just passing through. She knows my name. That's Leandria Johnson. I like it. She is here forever. While you just passing through. So I talk to my lovely people. It's time for us to be able to say, if we would show more love, this is not about the framing or blaming, but it is saying the truth. If the truth needs to be said, do you not tell the truth because people are going to feel a certain way? So let them feel. That's great. That means that you're going the right way. Something is happening, even if you don't like it, because it's a tough pill to swallow. You don't like it. It doesn't taste good, but then you shouldn't make nobody else swallow something that you don't want to swallow. If you don't want a truth pill, then don't project that you are, because when that truth pill, and then you see the one that don't need that truth pill, that pill she's already the truth pill, or he's that truth pill. He's already the sermon. He's already the serum. He or she is prepared to be the truth. It is truth tellers out here, and we don't have a problem. Say, get those fake ones out of there. Where they at? Point them out, put them back, put them on the shelf, put them back, turn they off, take their mask off, turn their hat, take their hat, see what's in there. Let them turn their backs. Turn them around. They like to do things in the background. I like to do stuff when you can see me. You see? If you can see me, I can see you. God's people work that way. We walk that way. We don't want to hide and pretend and cover our face and make believe we something that we not. No, we're going to be who we are because we understood what we had to go through, and we love everything. If you got scars, and say, oh, I got to cover my scars. I got scars on my own. Whatever I got it, and I wear them proudly because I'm still here. And those scars made me everything that I am. I remember where I got it. I remember what I did when I got it. Love yourself. Stop using your time to hate someone, because the Most High is going to take you out of your misery. It doesn't have to be literally, but it could be figuratively. It could be mentally. It can be all of the above. I'm just saying, what you put out, excuse me, whatever energy we emit, it remembers what we're putting out. So if it's going to someone it's not warranted, it will come back tenfold or more, depending on how deep is your crime of your measurement. If it's all the time that you never gave God, not one time from your youth you ever cared about the Most High, you never, or you turned your back, man or woman, I don't care who you is, and you turned your back, you started going and doing dark things, and you started letting these spirits get a hold of you. Now, you don't know about these things, because once that spirit gets on you, you can't just like, well, I pray the Lord to protect me from all this darkness that I've been doing. I ask you to cast all these demons out because I want to be good now, Lord. Yeah, Lord, I promise I'm gonna be good. I'll treat the women's right. I'll do better, Lord. Take this demon out of me. I'm not gonna be gay. Take this gay out of me. Take this fornication away from me. Take everything that's not of you. Take it out of me. Now, you could say that, but if you're phony and you think you can fool the Lord just enough, you feel it at that moment because you really want to get out, because you want to be spared, you want to be saved. Do you think that the Lord don't know that you're using that just right now, but it's not for a long way? It's just temporary, just to get out, just to say, oh, I made it out, now I'm saved. And then in a matter of time, you're going to go back to the errors of your old ways. You're not repent, you're not reformed. When you do, you would be gladly to say anything that you used to be, because that's what the enemy did. It tricked us, it lied, and it told us to do some bad things, that to make us miss some things that life's supposed to offer. It offers good tidings, it offers us to have a good brain, it offers love and respect. You don't want that. You want to give that up for who? For what? This world going to throw you away and spit you out, and it's going to say, I'm your God. I'm going to give you all the things you ever asked for. If you go the other way, that won't take too long. You can't do this, you can't do that. It's boring over there. You can't do nothing. You can't go out, you can't shake it hot, you can't get any woman you want, you can't just do what you want, you can't just sleep around and get how you want, you can't do a lot of things. You got to stay away from. You want to go to that guy, you want to be on that side. That's boring, that's corny. Those people is boring, they easy to manipulate. That's what they say. Mm-hmm. That's how they talk about the Most High. That enemy don't love nothing. It respects the Most High because it's there to see how many of us is going to go astray. That one works for the Most High. It's supposed to trick you. It's going to manipulate you. It's going to do a lot of things. It's going to try to fake you. They're going to come back and see if they can bait you. Let me see. Did you learn me? I know all about you. I know your whole resume. I know your blueprint. I know how you think. I know how you escapade. I know where you lay. I know how you get down. I know how you celebrate. What? Playing under the moon, going in the dark, taking pets, doing things in the dark, going down the alley, going in the woods, doing strange things, burying people that you should never should. Crimes of humanity. Why is our people going astray? Come back. Come back. Some of us, it's too late. For some, it's too late. If you didn't come back and you didn't confess and say, I confess, I was going astray. This demon, this enemy had a hold on me. It was telling me to go against myself, telling me to get rid of my birthright. It's controlling me. How do I get it back? You're going to want to know. You're going to cry. You're going to beg and want the Lord to say, take me back. I'm sorry I sold my soul. Can you help me to get it back? I'll be good. I promise I'll be good. I will never hurt another innocent person as long as I live. Let me back in. Do you know what that is, to be turned your back and be outcast into the wilderness? You think it's just Bible stories, or you don't think this is the same? Oh, I don't. Did you ever see? Did we? What it looks like if the Lord turned his back on you. That means that he take all his ones that have favor. Those was the ones that would have gave you favor too. If that one take that favor go, you don't have no favor if you're not doing the things that was favorable. If it gave you anything and you had something and you didn't use it right, that favor gets taken away from you on both sides. You still can use it, but guess what? If the protection goes and it backfires because you don't have no protection, and your ancestors that you was going to, your dark ones, turn their back on you, and you don't have no more evil ends to go to. They're like, you sent us to the wrong one. Those are our people. We love that one. We love him. We love her. Why would you do that? Now you're exposed to all of us, and now I'm pissed with you. Now you made me upset. Now we have to, is the law of spiritual law. If you don't know what spiritual law is, you should not mess with it. Don't do things that you don't know how deep it goes. And then you think you know a little something because you're an evil witch and you play with darkness and it's passed down in family's generation. Somebody got to say stop, because if they keep killing the family line, what would you have left? What are they trying to say? That, no, this world got to stay. Well, I like this side because it allows me to play in the dark. Listen, people of the law of the land. Get these people, do your jobs, lock them up, put them in jars. They like to be in jars, don't write their names and actually do that. Lock them up if they're doing these things. People that's doing a crime against humanity, children, robbing and stealing, going on hikes, whatever they're doing, doesn't matter who they are, where they are, get them, get all of them if they living wrong, unless they repent and say, Lord, I don't want to live that way. If they could see where they're going, they would not want to be part of that clan. They'll be begging to get out in any means necessary. You will. You watch. You'll see. You're going to want all the good ones that you stepped on in life. People that you thought that you could take for granted. People that you didn't pay attention to. Your grandmother, you didn't listen to her words. You didn't really put no time in. People that if you had a grandfather or your grandmother and you robbed them and you did anything and you was one of those people, or even if you wasn't one of those people, you just like to hang with the gangs. You like to, be a little mischief. You wanted to be a little evil. You wanted to see what you got. You like to play that side. You like to be a villain. You like to be a little evil. Okay, you can. But guess what? It's not going to work good for you because all the evil ones that you're being evil with, when you're getting into a fight, guess what? There's no love there. They hate you with the same vengeance that they would say the white man has made the laws of hatred and hang you. And now, what's that? Rolled out without will without will. I don't know. I know what I want to say. I see it, but I'm not able to say it in a way with whatever that saying is. If you want to take your own will and you want to will what you want and you don't give it to the Most High that watches over every power and every authority down here and got many eyes that's watching, dark and light. Everybody don't have family that was on the upright. They got some that was something else. Do you think those same ones is not the same? If you touch their loved ones down here and they wasn't fixed and they ain't wrapped tight and you messing with their baby, they gonna mess you up too. People got loved ones that love them. Even the ones that decided that and they don't love you down here, they turn their back on you. All right, you can. If they do, would you turn your back on them, on yourself, because the rest of them turn their back on you? That's how the Lord feel. If somebody leave you and I've been taking care of you, should you stop taking care of me by not taking care of yourself? If I put a smile on your face, even if you don't have nothing and you say you're struggling, but you got your health, you got your lungs, you can breathe, and I gave you to that. I gave you that freely. And then I watch what you do with it. Do you admire me? And I say, yes, Lord, I admire you. Thank you. It's a time where you gain humility because life going to teach you to be thankful because you're going to see so many things that could have been or that should have been you. But like, damn, I ain't did nothing right. I was doing everything wrong. I thought I was going to bring all this karma to myself. And that's when you protect it. And that's when you have to say, let me stop before I run out of my protection. And the Lord really let me see what's going on. And sometimes people that do some things to you and you don't know why they ain't getting their get back because maybe you're standing next to them. And if you're wondering why things is happening to you and not to them and life is getting good, it's because they living off of you. But I don't pay their bills. They're not paying my bills. They stealing off of you, whether it's your mind, your energy, the way I'm talking. And saying, well, damn, why are you talking to everybody? You're giving everything away. I'm giving something that says you should want to change your life. You should want to think twice that the enemy is going to tell you, I'm taking you down to the slaughter. I'm going to mess up your life. I'm going to expose everything. Everybody's getting exposed. Didn't I say that in the book? Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon is falling. Babylon the Great is fallen. It's fallen for such a sin city. They make the woman a mockery. They call this country, she. And they said, he runs it. So who is he that calls she a hairlot, a whore? Do you see what I'm saying? And when you watch the industry, the music, and not just the music, when you watch the women walk down the street, who are they representing? It's a spiritual battle, it's a warfare that's trying to take our soul and try to throw us off our marks and tell us that we are not intelligent. We have to, we not attractive unless we show our boobs, unless we show that we are less than what we was made to be. No, our family didn't come for nothing. They didn't use their mind. They wasn't walking around using their intelligence, using things that with their mind to lift things up. They wasn't using telekinesis. They wasn't thinking about it. If you could think about somebody and you see them, do you think that's a little vacation or do you think that's mind waves? If you think about somebody that's far away and they happen to call you, you ain't seen them a long time, and they just happen to come across your mind, that person probably was thinking about you. Were you thinking about them or they felt you somewhere? You don't know because you haven't spoken to them. But some things you don't need distance and closeness or time to reach somebody somewhere. If you was thinking about one of your loved ones and they happen to be on your mind, they was thinking about you, they watching, they probably standing right next to you. So you need the movies to make it more realistic because they could show where the ghost is standing at. They could see it. But if you got spiritual eyes and you've been inclined, then you can see spirits too. Even if you don't, but you know they're there and you know that they're watching you. Not everything is evil and mean and bitter. If all that you are and goodness shall follow you, surely you can defeat whatever is evil. What's evil? Somebody that don't like themselves. They didn't get healed. That's how I look at it. That's what it is. It's simple. It's people that didn't heal nothing about themselves. They didn't learn nothing about themselves. They looked at the jobs they did, why they had to work hard. I went through stuff. I almost lost my kid. I went through, I had all these things. People hurt my feelings. I had my feelings hurt. People shunned me away. I wasn't invited all the time. Yeah, you was if you was. And if you wasn't, why wasn't you? Why wasn't you present? Why wouldn't you love somebody that loves you? What spirit are you? Think about it. Oh, I love you to be better. I want you to be a better person. Why do you got to be mean? Why don't you treat me the same? Those people hate you because you asking a wonderful goddamn question they can't answer. I don't know why I don't like you. I don't know why I want to be bitter towards you. I just don't like you because you make me feel inferior to you. Well, that's stupid. Why you don't feel inferior to yourself? You should want to see how much you can challenge with yourself. I can't. I gave up what I thought. I gave it away. I can't. I need somebody else to feed off. Damn. I gave all my juice away. Yeah. You see? Mm. If you give yourself away to an entity that tell you to go disgrace yourself, go sleep with this one, do all these things with your body, give up on your health, don't get drunk, be oblivious, take risks, do all kinds of things. She looks good. You don't need to put no hat on. Go and deep dive. It's not going to happen to you. It doesn't matter if you protect it. If that person's spirit is not whole and we sleeping in our minds is it's not developed to where we can mature to say, we don't want to live in a sinful, fleshy way the way we once was. And you're ready to find out as a man or a woman to say, you know what? I've been living like a demon. Or you can't get out because that demon owns you. And you asked out. Guess what? I mean, it is what it is. But everybody gets to be used as an example. Either you're going to be a child of faith, or you're going to be the child of this world, or you're going to be governed by something that says I'm God and it's not. And then you're going to be tested by the real world, and the real world is you. It's going to show you what you're made of. And only the strongest can be on his crew because I call it she, he, whatever you want to call it, whatever works for you. All I'm saying is It's no weaklings on the Most High crew. You can't be doing no ill shit. You cannot be somebody that can't be trusted. You can't be somebody that just walks around being a misfit, doing certain things and poking people just because it makes it worse and you want somebody to laugh and clicks and giggles at somebody else's pain. And then you really think that in life, these people that sit in high places all over the world, they got the best seat. They got a whole island that they own, got a dog with a solid gold bone. They got cars and all kinds of fast gadgets. And guess what? None of them levitates. None of them. They just got fast wheels. They got all kinds of gadgets. The doors goes up and got a nice interior inside. It's very expensive. Only the multi-billionaires can afford that type of ride. What does it do? That's the same thing like these phones. They keep making expensive phones and keep bringing the same game system back, and just keep buying it because they got a Xbox 6, they got a PlayStation 7, they got a PlayStation 12, and you're just gonna keep buying and keep. What's different about it? I'm just saying. I just think that people don't see the repetition and don't see, they don't see nothing wrong about it. They just keep doing it over and over and over again. And we don't see nothing wrong because we just like playing. But if you play these games and then it's time for life to play, do you play life the same or do you do it better? Do you go and shoot people because you like these shooting games that got shooting, they can shoot each other? Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. Things that don't inspire the brain to wake up. Things to keep you asleep and think on a lower level. It's not going to make you think high of yourself when you playing these games. You don't show you nothing about being a stand-up guy, taking care of your family, showing structure of where we came from, our lineage, where we came from, what we must stand for, about our fourth and fifth and 90th great grandmothers. What did they do? What was they living like? And they passing the torch to this generation, and we looking at them that messed up. Are you paying attention? You got to look at what part you playing. If they did all of that, what can you do right? I'm gonna be a deceiver. Okay, guess what? The same people you deceiving, the people that you deceiving with, is going to deceive you. Please believe me. I promise. I won't lie to you. They will and they can and they'll do it with a smile because they have no loyalty to you. It's good because they all get along and they're going to tell you to go against somebody that got your back, and they'll talk about you. Before you know it, they're calling somebody to send something. Hey, do you know what this one is doing? Yeah, they doing this. That's how they know how to talk about you. I don't care. Talk about me. I bet you I'm going to know about you. And guess what? Whoever else, if I know, the Most High knows too. They watching. They're going to tell on everybody that's spying on you. All God's ones get warnings first. He wants everybody. If it's a warning, if it's a weather or something to get prepared for, he's going to send somebody to preach or somebody's going to say it. Whether you're watching it on his channel or if you watch it on TV, if you see it outside, if you hear it in the music, you're going to hear something that's going to say a warning to you. It's going to say, stop, get ready. It's time to change. You don't want to change. No, I don't like change. Change is too hard. I don't like that. Okay. Well, stay to the side because it's real ones out here and we don't mind the ride. Listen, family, those that is not living accordingly and they causing mischief in the family, let them go. If they're of age, leave them. Don't bother them. Stop them from bothering you, though. Watch them. Because if the one bad apple spoils the whole bunch, do you know how bad that is? That's why people be careful who you parlaying and politicking and partying with man's homeboys, girls. Be careful because whatever they got in they demons and they didn't fix them and you hanging around them and it's their time to get back beaming, you're gonna be beaming too with the same steam because you connected to them and then It's nothing to spare you because you're on the wrong side. You got to leave certain people alone. If you know what they did and they didn't make amends, making amends do not mean, listen, people, listen carefully, because you apologize and because you are forgiven, that doesn't mean that you are spared from whatever it is that crossed the line, that you will have to get back whatever you put out. It's called just due. It has to regulate itself. It has to be a balance. That's what a balance would do for you. It would. It really would. It would do it because you have to understand the balance of throwing away your life and then saving your life. Do you know what annihilator is? Something that's now and come around later. They there now, and then they say, "I'll see you later." You're like, "No, I want you now and later. What you doing?" "Well, I got things to do." Go and do it, and leave that person on the other side because they can't get through unless they get through to someone that says, "I'm covering you." You don't know what I've been. Let me see how it's going. You don't know what I'm going through. Now, let me say this one. Because even if you lose, you can still win. And it's not winning a prize. People think the wrong things in this life. I don't know what people think about. When you win something, you win in yourself because you almost forgot who you was. You forgot that you could be better. You forgot that you could be loved. You forgot that you could be healed because there's so many things that happen that make us give up on good things and be optimistic to say, "I can and I will." I saw myself doing it then. I see myself doing it now. Even if you feel lost, do you know that something special about you is very profound? Do you know it? No, I don't know. My best when I'm at my worst. This is smoking awful. It's the test. Even when I don't come in first, sometimes I win. Or says I lose. Even in my weakness, I still have you. How many people know that even when you feel weak and you can still have the Lord and you can still have joy, even when you feel in pain? Moving up, my life has clearly fallen down again. Sometimes I win when the score says you lose. Even in my weakness, I still have you. Listen, do you ever think about when you sing to the Lord? The one who creates the stars in the sky when the sun is done. Dear Majesty, see the best in me, and you always know what to do. 'Cause even in my weakness, I still have you. Oh, you are the one who puts the light in the sun. All right, I'm gonna do it again. Have you? I don't want to sing the whole thing. I know they be like, "Oh, you do copyrights." Light in the sun. You're the one who stripes, the stars in the sky when the sun is done. Yeah, your majesty, still see the best in me, and you always come through. Even in my weakness, I still have the kings of kings, the lords of lords, the great I am, great I am. My El Shaddai, my Jehovah Jireh, great provider, yeah. The great I am, the awesome ruler, my great redeemer. God, you are everything I need. Oh, even in my weakness. When you know that even in your weakness, you still winning, and God still got you, that's beautiful. When you ever need a word to clear out the noise so you can be able to hear, is a wonderful thing. I'm about to get out of here. Noise of my day, pressure that steals my voice, vision that arrests my life, so I can't even make a choice. I don't know why it does that, but it do all the time at the wrong time. So Lord, what do I do? I just need a word from you. Oh, I need a word. Which way to turn? I need a word. See, these are the things that I do. You know what you should do? You need to encourage yourself so you can always put good words into yourself. To tell me just what to do. Please send a word. God, I need to hear from you. Drown out the noise. Let me hear your voice. I need a word from you. Oh, just got bad news. Life just darkened my day. My family's in need, and I just can't seem to make a way. Oh, life seems so loud. I've been too proud. Not in you now, Lord, send a word from you. I need a word. Which way to turn? I need a word. Tell me which way I should go. I need a word. Should I do, Lord? I need a word. I need a word from you. Drown out the noise. Let me hear your voice. Oh, Lord, I need a word from you. See, you got to listen, because sometimes we need to hear the word. You got to drown out the sound of the noise of the world so you can hear. Stand still. Know that you are God. Oh, stand still. If she'll work it out, oh, stand still and see your victory walk right in. 'Cause with you, I will win. I need a word. Greater the she that's in me, that she that's in the world. I need a word. No weapon formed against me shall be able to prosper. Drown out the noise. Let me hear your voice. I need a word from you. Listen, whether I sound beautiful, whether I don't, those words is everything. And you can use it. I like Smoking Awful. I thank God for these people, that the ones that do, and whatever they serve. But when you sing it, it means something different from you, because you remember your footsteps. You remember what you've been through. And these words is there to help encourage you. Give yourself understanding. Give yourself all the enlightenment that you can. If you don't have nothing good about you that can say, I've been on a dark side. I've been a dark girl. I've been a dark man. I'm ready to see myself in a better light. I'm ready to look to say I can be better. All I have to do is just change my wrongs and start doing right. What do that look like? I've been doing wrong the whole time. I just thought about getting over on people. You're going to need somebody to help you if you don't know that part. You won't want somebody to help you to figure that out. You won't want somebody. I mean, we all need each other, but if you're on that side and you don't come on this side so you can get it figured out, because the people that's already set with the Most High is not going over there on the dark side. We already know what that side is. We came from there. So nothing and no one going to ever make us go back. No one. Ever. You're going to bow down. You're not going to be scared. No, scared of what? Scaredy cats that didn't learn to love themselves. People that didn't want to try to see themselves in a better light. They didn't want to stop gyrating and doing all kinds of things, sexual acts, and having tantric sex and all these things, and in the moonlight with pictures. And listen, all these things is egregious. If you don't want to change yourself, fine, stay by yourself. Why go into the rest of the world and tempt us and do these things? Because since you did those things, that's why it would be never mind. Well, no, I gotta say, it's gonna be you get yourself to cut yourself off, because negative and dark, the opposites cannot remain separately. Somebody will have to say, I'm willing to change because I don't want to be remembered that way. Somebody wants to change somebody's story. They don't want them to have their own story. They don't want them to. You got people that just don't want you to have a story that is meant for you. It's peaceful, is enlightened. And people did all those things. But you look at yourself and say, well, they want you to feel miserable and hateful and bitter. I don't. So I'm not. And well, don't you feel hurt that we did all these? I'm just saying this is a general thing. But even if I'm saying I can use myself. I can use many of us. The enemy is there to make us, destroy us, distract us, and make us give up on ourselves. As long as you love yourself, they can't win. Tell somebody to love themselves, heal themselves so the devil can't get in. Simple. That means your sister, cousin, nobody can come to you with sad things and be like, oh, you want to hear something sad? Me and your kids, we ganged up on you. We stole something that you never had. We didn't even know. But yeah, I did that. Did it make you sad now? Did I get you to slip? Did I get you to lose your mind? I'm just saying, whatever it is, it's going to use anything to try to break us. But long as you know what you are, you cannot take water and make water into something else and say, well, that water is wine or that water is soda. Water, you can mix it, but you can't take the element of water out of water. It just is. It's what it is. You could put salt, it could be salt water, but it's still water. Well, what if I take the salt out of it? Then it's just straight water, but it's still water. Do you understand? Love is love. It's not, it doesn't matter what you say it is or how it is. It's well, what kind of love? It's not toxic. Well, don't people, isn't part of life about getting upset and being mad and making up? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Isn't that normal? It's normal when it's not toxic. It's cool. You should be screaming and hollering and calling each other names and breaking somebody's spirit down and telling them about all the things they did to cause some shame, and they couldn't wait, even though you was doing the same thing. But if you did, I was watching. I couldn't wait to throw my fingers at you. If you ever thought you was going to rise, I was going to let you know that you can't get up. And this is what women do to our black men, to our, not black, but our melanated men. They do this to our men because the men don't know better. They go and get low lives because they can't do nothing better. They need somebody that's on that type of life. It looks like it's decent. They like that type of craziness. I like my little woman a little crazy. That one take off her heels and hit me with it. I like that she do. What is crazy about that is everything. There was a time I thought some of those things was normal, but not in that way. You know, you argue, you kiss and make up. It's only no, because you got people out here misjudge that, and they don't see the difference because they see that, well, all the women do that, and the men is getting abused. Men that's in abusive relationship and they scared to leave a crazy woman because they're abusive and they can beat them and they do things to them and they do scary things and they very mean and vulgar and they belittle one. They'll cut that man down at his scrotum, and that man will go around with an innocent woman, go find another woman that actually can treat him like a gentleman. He hates that woman because she's not mean and bitter like the other one that you're trying to escape, and you go back over there where his hate is at. And then there's nothing there. And then you be like, damn, why do I keep going back to where I don't even care to be at? That is sickening. Women do that. I love him. I love her. Love don't mean to take abuse. Love don't mean that you have to be used and treated like toilet tissue and like that's stuck at the bottom of your shoe. It don't mean that you need to take somebody that don't care nothing about you, no matter what you do. They just want to take from you and talk about you and make shit up and then realize they love you and they can't get rid of you because you always on their mind. They can't stop thinking about you. Then you got crazy people that you stuck with. Now you can't get away from them. Why? Because you did black magic. You did spell work. Love spells. When the love spells go wrong and the person wake up and know who's doing the spells, guess what? It ain't going to work. It's going to backfire on you. They ain't even got to do nothing. They just got to be like, turn that back over wherever it came from. Send that thing back. Send it back. Send it back. Send it back. Soon as it comes, send it back, send it back. It don't got no business being over here because I don't feel the same way you do. I don't get down like that. Period. Period, boo. They be like, how are you saying like that? Be like, period, point blank, period. Like, nah, I don't mess with that stuff. I don't get down like that. I don't mess. If y'all people knew, you got to stop messing with things like that because it's not good. These things cause problems, and then it's not just problems, it causes effect that causes effect down the line. Family, friends, and people that you know. People, if you know something, because that's your brother, cousins, sisters, or family members, get away from these people. If they lied, stole, or did anything and you know they did it to an innocent person and you still saying you cool with them, the Most High is not cool with that. So be careful what that means for you. Because whatever is not cool for the Most High, it's not going to be cool for you. As many as you don't want to give up, we just going to go to hell together. We just going to go down. Whatever happened, I'm going to go down with you. Be okay with that. Because that's what's going to happen for you. We have to be able to separate and tell the truth. I'm just saying. You have to know what's good for you. Why be with somebody that didn't do right? If you're in the middle and you want to be neutral, you don't want to let certain things go. You don't want to be better than what you were supposed to. You don't want to. You don't want to learn. No, you don't. Mm-mm. No. Okay. Don't do it. It's free will. Do what you will. Do without will. Yeah. Do that. Those your people. That's what you go by. Do without will. That means that you take your will in your own hands. I'm gonna give it to the power of the universe that has universal powers over this earthly land. You see what I'm saying? That power got way more power and authority down here. And I respect that power because without that one, you asked out. As scary as alone, it's cold out there. Not just because it's cold and it's winter. I'm not talking about that. It is cold when you don't got nobody. You don't got no prayer. Nothing is working out. And it's scary. You keep hearing thoughts. You keep hearing things. You're hearing voices and people. When you go to sleep, you got voices in your head. You're seeing things. Nothing is letting you sleep. You're going to feel like you're tripping out. You can't get no peace. I can't find it. It's going to make you say, to make it right with the one that you didn't make it right with. You got to say something. Otherwise, I'm going to give you a headache and I'll make sure you don't get no rest. Can you imagine? No rest for the wicked. No rest for people intently. I'm talking about people intently on purpose. Laughed at someone's pain. Laughed at someone to cause them shame because they had shame of their own, but they cast it on somebody else and they felt good laughing at someone, telling somebody else's secret for somebody that loved them and said, why would you do that? Oh no, not me. I'm perfect. Do she know about you? Yeah. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. She don't need to know everything. He don't need to know everything. But one power do, and that power say, stay away from these people because they don't like me, so they don't like you. What do you do? Now there's a choice. Do you go back to those same mouths that didn't care about you, that didn't like the Lord that you was protecting, that was watching over you? Or you say, I'm going with the Lord. It's sad. It hurts. But I'm going with you. But they don't like you anyway. Why would you go back there? I ain't love them. Love yourself first. Love your own goddamn self. If somebody don't like you, they don't love you, they don't like nothing about you, they didn't treat you right, do you give them a second chance? Or, well, I learned my lesson. I learned this. Release. Release and let go. Let go. Release and let go. Let go. Release and let go. Yeah. Or if you don't know, how do you know when this is it? How do you know which one to pick? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know when you should try? How do you know when you have tried? I'm going to say it again. How do you know when you have tried? How do you know when you have cried? Too many tears. How do you know? How do you know when this is it? How do you know which one to pick? How do you know? How do you know? If they told you too many lies, and they made you cry too many tears, and they told you too many lies when they turned their back on you, when they gave you nothing to use. That's how you know. That's how you know you don't give up on you. If somebody turn their back, let them turn their back. Walk away. I don't care. Go ahead, do what you do. I'm gonna go the other way. You ain't beat up. You don't feel. Yeah, I don't know how to feel like that. I know I love myself, and I see that people that don't love themselves back. I don't need to be upset with you because you're upset with you. That's what an upset person would do. They would take all their anger and frustration out because something in them is not healed. That's only what broken people do. When you're not broken and you fix yourself from being broken and you realize, I'm still whole. I'm okay. I don't have to, you don't need to have everything to find peace. You need everything in you to make peace with you, to find your peace, to be the peace that you need to be, even in the midst of your storm, even when you're going through your own battles. Can you find something that can make you still stay strong? Can you find something that keep you with heat if you're cold? Can you find something that you can go back in your life and say, I remember being cold, but I got warm because the Lord warmed me up. The Lord told me, I got you. You need a coat. You need some shoes. You need a hug. I got something to warm you up. Come, come walk to me. I got love. I got enough to fill you up. Do you trust me? I said, yes, Lord, I trust you. How come you trust me? Because when I didn't have nothing, I have to use my sight. I have to trust with all the things that I got. I have to use my blind sight. Even if I didn't see nothing. I couldn't see how far you would have taken me. I couldn't see what you was going to get me out of the ditches. I didn't know that I was going to love myself and I was going to find something to love about me. Listen, my people, I'm saying to care, even if you think that it's so dark and you've been somewhere and you can't get back, you could get back. You got to say, I love something about me that even if I did all these things, I want to know what love feels like correctly. You would have to be willing to say all the things that you ever did wrong, that this world made you go astray, because the enemy needs to hear that I'm getting rid of you. I don't want nothing left in me of you for nobody else to use to say, if you being blackmailed and you being controlled like a puppy because you did too many things and said, damn, I messed up. How I'm going to come back? How I'm going to tell her? How I'm going to tell him that I did these things and how I'm going to look? You're going to look exactly the way you look. You want to look like who you are. A Satanist, an evil person that intently seek to harm and diminish someone that would never raise their hand to cause you harm, and you wanted to hurt that person and you thought that'd be funny. Ha ha! Is it funny? When it happens, turn around, because that person never wished nothing for nobody. Usually the spirit is not going to wish anything on somebody to feel hurt, to have a man to leave them so they can feel bad and sorry. Leave her with the kids. Make sure she don't feel nothing. You have to be an empty vessel. Your spirit has to be gone. People, be careful, because a lot of people that sit around, it's not who you think they is. Find out what these people beliefs are so you can understand who they are in the middle of the night and what they are in the day. They different than that night. If you ain't hanging with that same person, if you know that you're the same, yeah, you're responsible, look nice, dress with a suit and tie. Those are the biggest criminals. You don't see them, the men in black. Who is the men in black? They named them after all the nation. Listen, I ain't talking about people. Hey, you want to say tribe? You talk about the nation of Islam. Listen, I'll talk about everybody that I'm just saying. Who is the men in black? I learned one thing. Don't be scared to tell the truth. If you're scared to tell the truth and you're scared to say what's wrong so you can see why the black nation, why the men and women is not talking about the dress code, not saying about the knowledge, why they kicking knowledge. Yes, and it's also an initiation so you could get down. You got to take a shahada. You got to do some things. You can't just walk in and say, when you come into the Lord, there's no initiation except for to give yourself and to say, Forgive me of my flaws that I have sinned. I went away. I went astray. I gave my body away, my mind. I did all these crazy things. I drunk myself away. I was killing myself, but you told me to stay. You sent someone to save me because I couldn't save myself. Thank you, Lord, for sending someone to show me the way. You're ungrateful, poor, unfortunate souls to think that to have the audacity that somebody could love you and to treat them like they nothing. And you get a knockoff, a make believe, or pretend, and use something and make believe that somebody could be something else, and then get a knockoff and say this is the real thing because it looks real. The real thing, no, the real thing is I'll get something fake because the real thing is too strong, too real. I'm not going to be able to play along. Then you are a false prophet. You are a false being. You are make believe. You're a pretend. You're a pretender. You're a make pretend. You're a pretender, a make pretend, or make believe, a believe that believe not. Believe that you don't need to believe. You just need to act like you believe to see if you can get over again. You have to get low minded beings because you don't want to wake up. Somebody saying, I believe that you could be a better person. Oh, kill that person, stab them in the neck, shoot them in the face, kill them, unalive them, poke them, throw water on them, put grease on them. Because somebody said, I see the best in you. I love you. I see that you could be better than that. No, I don't like that one. Get rid of them. Him, them, and all of them. Listen, people, you better want to run away because they feel that way. If you're trying to uplift someone, you're telling them to love themselves, and you're trying to show them why they should care about themselves, even if they didn't, why don't you get off that lane? That lane is going to drag you down the hell. When I'm trapped, then you trap yourself. Well, then you need to go exactly where you need to go. If you signed up for it, and that's where everybody cannot get out. Everybody's not meant to get out. Meant to get out. Leave them. Let them burn where they wanted to have their pleasures. For the wages of sin is death. You don't like that? Go read it. It's in Romans, stuff from 20. They'll tell you about the backbiters, the haters, and all these things, and then they're going to tell you in 12. What is it? Romans 1. Chapter 2 is going to tell you about all loving kindness, meekness, all the things, long suffering, all the reasons why you can end up on the Lord's side. It will give you the desires of your heart. If you don't look for the world to give you everything, if you're not trying to fit in and be with a lot of crowds, sometimes go sit down. Be to yourself some way. You get to see what you're coming out of, so you can see, yeah, I'm glad I played that life. It was fun, but now it's not fun no more. Now it's making me think that I should want some more. I should want something else. There's something else that is out there. Something else is better that's telling me I should live for more. Well, be good, be glad, be thankful for everything that you have. Until next time, bye for now. I hope you enjoy. See you later. Enjoy. Good night, good morning, good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at, whatever side of the moon. If you're in the sun, have a good one. Till next time, my beloveds.